All right, we're good.
Eric.
Hey guys, I'm not totally not on my phone tweeting.
Were all of us just surprised by going live?
Yeah. We're all just like, so, yeah.
Oh God, do I have to start pretending to like these people?
Ugh, God, someone plays a druid that's just. Ugh.
I turn into a bear and maul the GM.
Story of my life. Story of my life. Well, welcome back, everyone. We're here at Mock's Boarding House. Joe, our resident possible cleric of Torm.
Yeah, what do we call him that?
Ish. He'll be joining us shortly.
Barbarian.
At some point, none of us will have only one class. We'll all be like 3 levels of like 5 different classes, like some chimera player.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a bard.
Mm-hmm.
Are you though?
All bard all the time.
All bard?
All bard all the time.
Even after leveling up?
Oh, yeah. Totally a bard.
Okay, cool. So how about we introduce ourselves?
Hey. Hey, everyone. I am Maris, a fabric alchemist, and I'm playing Laura Toskabel, a halfling archaeologist who is searching for evidence of the lost halfling empire. She really wants to just make sure it goes down in history so it's not all humans and elves and dwarves.
I know. God, they're the worst.
What?
They're the worst.
Which ones?
All of them.
All of them.
Wow.
All of them.
I'm 2 of those, and I have no argument with that whatsoever.
Awesome.
Hi, guys. My name is Lauren. You can find me on the internet at Random Tuesday on Twitter or my own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/randomtwos, or apparently Spot the Giant Spider.
Club.
Stream?
Club.
Club. That's what it was.
Dot club.
It was dot club, yeah. SpotTheGiantSpider.club.
I play M. Davies, the druid that is also human, but really she has a fondness for animals and
Plants.
believes that other people's trash is really just treasure. Also things that they might actively be using might be treasure.
Is that where my pen went?
No, you weren't using it at the time.
Or the Girl Scout dice?
Yes.
And my name is Greg Billsland on Twitter and other places. And I'm going to be playing Harold Glimmerswick, Illusionist. I have studied in the towers of Baldur's Gate, Waterdeep. And I'm very old, and apparently
Baldur Deep.
No, wait.
Yes. Baldur Deep.
Balderdash.
Yes.
That got dark.
Studied for
my
many
head.
decades about what it takes to be an adventurer, and now I've joined this fine company of adventurers to become one.
Hello, I'm Anna Geeks, also known as Anna Geeks. I'm really tired this week. You can find me at annageeks.com, where I'm a full-time Twitch broadcaster here on the Twitch thing. The best way to find me is annageeks.com, or this week's is annageeks.science.
Ooh.
Science.
Anna Geeks, the science girl.
Anna the Science Geek?
Sure. I am playing Gwynceris Chendo, a half-elven bard. Yes, bard. Who...
Mostly bard.
Hashtag might not just be a bard.
Everybody is so darn picky. Yeah, I am Emma's older sister, half sister, and
We're so related.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
You can tell by the
So-
accents. That's how you know they're
Yeah.
related.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. They're both genuine, really.
And gee whiz, everybody, I'm Joe Holmes, cleric of Torm. No.
Yeah, Joe is the cleric of Torm.
I am Eric Benson, and I am your dungeon master for the evening.
For every evening?
Most evenings.
In fact, he is secretly all dungeon masters. Even when I am GMing on Wednesday nights, I'm actually Eric.
This is very true.
That's slightly
Boom.
terrifying, actually.
Kind of horrific, but we like it. It's how we roll.
He just
Right,
possesses
right.
It's creepy.
Right.
And let's play D&D.
So we are live casting from Mock's boarding house.
Yes,
right?
we are.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, we are in Mox this evening. If you guys want to check out their website, they do awesome stuff. They have tons of board games you can get. They have a great Magic
So many
selection,
games.
and their Magic trading abilities are great. You can literally trade your cards online through the store and then get credit. So take a look at their website. It's either moxboardinghouse.com or cardkingdom.com.
And for Jess, I see somebody in chat asking,
Yeah.
has Jess officially left? No, she is not.
Nope.
We're hoping that she'll be back next week, I think. But
Yep.
she's got to take her time
Yeah.
and properly recover.
Yeah,
I
for
think
those who didn't know, over the holidays, Jess got in a car accident, and she needed a little bit of time to recover, and we want to give her as much time as humanly possible that she needs. But we had talked to her earlier today, and she said she's eager to get back, and she's probably going to be with us next week. So
Yeah. Which we're all
So
excited
right
about.
now-
Picks to the back.
we got the picture back.
Yeah, Clem is off in the Moonshale Isles.
She's in the Moonshay Islands with
No,
Zephyros.
Zephyros.
Yeah,
Sure,
but
sure,
he
that's-
went. Yeah, he had
That's
to go
where
back
she
and get
is.
her.
Absolutely. She's in the Moonshay Islands.
Yeah, she's gonna have to. She's gonna have to
That's
come
true.
up with a really great story of what happened. So she's up to
Margaritas
level
all the
6.
time.
Totally.
You've actually
in
just
the
got her
Moonshay
like in a
Islands.
jar in your backpack.
I
It's-
don't know what you're talking about. I'm not saying
What's
that
that
I have a bag
squeaky?
of holding and it can keep
He's
things
currently
in
holding
it,
a
but
pixie.
As long
there
as you put
are
some holes and put a
ways
few
of
leaves
keeping
in.
things alive in there. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
I'm sure
What are
pixies
the
eat
leaves
leaves.
for?
Do pixies eat leaves?
What?
We'll have to ask Clem the next time we see her.
I don't
All
know.
the leaves.
Pretty sure,
She might-
based on her role play, she probably eats human flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a violent pixie.
Given the opportunity.
Yeah.
So, last week, you guys caused a lot of mayhem,
Uh-huh.
I would say.
It's our job.
Yeah.
It's one of our jobs.
Yeah. So you managed to find your way to Everlund, where you found the Harper's Citadel. You made your way into it after knocking a couple times. Door opens, the obsidian door opens, and you meet the Moongleam Tower Lord, who then teleported you even, to the Nether Mountains. Mountains.
Not the nether peaks, the nether mountains.
Yes.
We're being very
Not the nether
specific.
regions.
Not the Nether
No,
regions.
Not
the-
the nether regions.
Oh,
no.
one would assume that they're in the nether regions, though, if they're mountains.
Well, the
and
nether peaks would be
Yes,
in the
yeah.
nether regions, absolutely.
Right, right. So,
It's really just like, there's one major peak. I'm going
Aw.
to stop because I'm going to make it way worse.
yeah, with two little peaks.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of essential one.
Huh?
What?
A boulder? The nether boulder?
So the Moon Lord knew where Harshnag was, and she teleported you to the bottom of the.
Which, to be
Nether
clear,
peaks.
we're only going to see Harshnag because we're trying to find artist Kimber.
The best
We're
race
the actually want to find
best
Harshnag.
racehorse
No.
in all the land, Harshnag.
It's true.
Sure.
So you very skillfully made your way up the mountain pass, where you found Harshnag in a cave, and he agreed to. He wanted you guys to go see the oracle at the Eye of the Allfather.
Yes.
To
'Cause
really,
he didn't know where artist Kimber was,
he
right?
didn't. He didn't really know where Artist Kimber was, and he knew there were. After you guys had talked to him, he knew that you guys were going to help restore the ordering, and wanted you to consult.
Yes.
the-
We're definitely going to do that. We're definitely going to save the ordaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are the
We're
people
going
for
to
that.
save it to
Yeah.
the sense that
Absolutely.
we don't want them
Yeah.
murdering people anymore.
It's
Yeah.
There's something ironic about the most chaotic group ever bringing back order to anything at all.
I
Exactly.
feel confident that if we bring back order, it'll be purely due to luck.
We
I think
also
we'll
It's reasonable.
replace the ordaining with the murderning. which by
Yeah.
murdering all the giants.
Yes.
Yeah.
We also learned from Harshnag that King Hecatome is missing.
Yes. The king of all the storm giants,
Yes.
who kept all of the other giants in line, has gone missing. So he says to to really figure everything out, go to the oracle, and he led you there through. Well, actually,
First, we had Flurry Road.
yes. Does anybody want to describe Flurry Road for us?
It was cool.
I think that's
Cool
all.
Runnings
That's
meets
every-
Mad Max.
Yeah.
That's good.
There was a horde of barbarians that came up the mountain pass, and both Sirac. Quinn, did you cast anything in for that one? You didn't, did you?
I
Um,
insisted that an avalanche was possible.
Yeah. And Harold
Yeah, I don't remember
decided
what I
to
did.
cause a giant avalanche, which pretty much took care of most of the barbarians. So you got on the toboggans, cruised down the mountain, made work of a couple barbarians that were chasing you on the remaining toboggans, and then slid your way right down to the end of the mountain pass. After that, you made your way through the Lurkwood forests, where cleverly talked with trees and
That's
managed
what I'm here
to
for.
outsmart. You all managed to outsmart the hill giants that were there, which really doesn't take much.
But they were
you
trying
did.
to eat horses.
Yes.
with fought jokes.
Yeah. And you got horses, and Harshnag led you to the Valley of Kerun, where, after scaling down the side of the chasm, in goat form, Harold levitating his horse down the side of the mountain. chasm.
Wallace. That's the name. The horse's name.
What?
Wallace.
Wallace?
That's the horse's name. Yep. I
Yes.
asked it. Name Wallace.
Because it went down a wall.
Heyo. You made it down. Harshnag followed you kind of a little more epically than everyone else by thrusting his axe into the wall.
I'm
and-
sorry, wait. Point of order. I was a goat.
That's true. You were a
Who,
goat.
who was most epic?
Harshnag. Yeah, definitely Harshnag.
You were the cutest.
Yeah, you kind of
Yeah.
like
What are we
hugged the
Now,
wall.
if you could have done the giant goat, that would have been epic.
I think I might be able to turn into a giant goat now.
You could use your wild shape, go back up, and then come back down.
Yeah, that's just frightening.
Yeah.
And then you made it. You walked through the valley and came to a bridge, and across the bridge was a dome entrance into the side of a mountain, where
Yes.
there were 6 pillars. And that's where we left off. You did notice, however, several footprints in the snow walking into the pillars.
Oh, I missed that.
Um,
Never mind.
What type of footprints? Are they human or
They,
giant?
they looked like human.
Okay, so
Yep.
not giant.
No. You saw one set of larger feet, but not giant-sized feet.
Can I try and get perception them to get more information
Sure.
out of that?
I think this might be one of
20
those
total.
dungeons I hear so much about.
Bring it.
Like how many? 20. So how many were there? Were they all with any of
Sure.
did they appear
So you know
heavily
that there's
armed or-
about 6 humans. You could make out there was about 6 humans that were traveling in, and the larger one looks like an ogre track.
So 6 humans plus an ogre, or 5 humans and an ogre?
6 humans and an ogre.
6 humans and an ogre.
Sounds like a movie.
3 uomini e una game.
How
You're
recent? How
just
fresh?
crossed.
Yeah,
they're,
how
they're very
recent?
fresh, and you just crossed the end of the bridge, and the pillars and dome are about 100 feet in front of you.
All right, there's probably some people and an ogre in there, so let's go.
Okay, and as you start to walk forward,
I hide.
you hear a thump, thump, thump coming from the entranceway, and you see from behind one pillar a 2-headed ogre
Oh, bloody hell.
come walking out of the entrance.
Giant.
Hmm?
We have a giant.
Yeah.
You do have a giant,
This is helpful.
and you see the ogre start to gain speed.
Does make the hiding thing a little bit moot,
and
doesn't
gain
it?
more speed, and as he starts running for you, and you notice that the 2 heads are distinctly different. One head is bald with a black goatee,
Oh, that's the evil one.
and the other head is clean shaven but has one tuft of hair sticking out of the top. And the one says, "I'm sorry for what my brother does. I can't really control him. He's weird. He's a funny guy." He says, "Shut up, Pudding. Crack! What are you talking about, Crack? Pudding, shut up!" And he starts running, and you just see like the one side with the goatee pulling the other side of the body forward, running towards you, with a giant club in its hand.
All right.
I mean, you do see the giant, right? I mean, you're like only up to his waist.
We don't care. Yes, we do. I'm sorry. He's going to hit you, and I don't want him to hit you. I don't care. And he's getting closer now. Do you guys want to do
Violence
anything?
would seem
Yes.
unavoidable.
I would like
No,
to
it's
try
totally
to-
avoidable. It's totally avoidable. Stop it, Crack.
I'm small and nimble. I'd like to try to like
Pudding,
scurry
shut
off
up.
to the side and around and see if we can't just like get around him.
So you, as he's running, you want to kind of run behind him?
Yeah.
Sure. Roll me a dex check.
There must be some roots in this snow because I just tripped.
Are there roots in the snow?
There's 9. I don't know.
There are no roots in the snow.
Are there any plants?
No, there is snow covering anything into it, the land for right now.
It ended
talked
up
to-
being a 9.
Yeah.
It was a 9.
Yeah.
You don't get totally around him, but you're now at the side of the.
Actually, I think I only
Ogre.
have one
Okay.
animal form because we haven't had a long rest or anything since we came down the cliff.
Yeah, since you came
Okay.
down the cliff, yeah.
So I
May-
only have
I-
one.
maybe
wild
you should
shape
just
left.
listen to your brother. And once
I'm not
he's
listening to him.
once
he's
he's
a
within
pipsqueak.
range-
I am not a pipsqueak. I'm very sorry. He's going to hit you, and I do not want him to. I mean, really.
once he's within range, which is 30 feet, I want to cast suggestion to actually make him listen to his
Okay.
other half.
Sure.
That's
What's the DC?
16. Wisdom.
It's a wisdom.
Yep.
And 1 second. I gotta look at the.
I'm specifically trying to suggest that to that one. Obviously, if don't
Okay,
really-
he
The
rolls
one
a
that's
16
not on
too,
our side.
Okay.
but he's kind of does a number like he's a little bit confused, but he's still charging forward.
Okay.
So, Gwen, you see the ogre still charging. You saw Laura go to the side. Are you hiding?
Well, I had intended to hide before he came out, but so would it be fair to say that we're flanking him?
You're still in front of him. She got to the side. If you want to try to flank him, you can, because
Well-
he's in a very quick.
Well,
run
I
movement.
definitely don't want to be between him and the direction he is going in.
Yeah.
So I will definitely, step to the side and throw a
Oh.
dagger at him.
Sure. Roll me a dex
Why am I rolling dex?
Because
to
you're
get out of
moving
his way.
quickly.
Because what?
To get out of his way.
Oh, because he's running.
Yeah.
Okay. That does
That's
that
cocked. You can roll it again.
Okay. Even worse. Less than 10.
Okay.
9.
So you saw M go to the right side of him.
No,
Now you
Laura.
you get. Yeah. Sorry.
M hasn't done anything yet.
Well, M, get with the program. No. So you saw Laura go to the right side of the ogre. You don't get all the way around him, and you go to the left side. So you are technically flanking him on side to side.
Great. I would like to throw a dagger at him.
Sure.
You guys are probably a bit too close for me to use that one, so let's use
Cripe's
this.
sake, I'm not using that die anymore tonight.
You want the Girl Scout?
No, I have 3. It's just apparently that one has decided to fail me. I miss. There's no way that hit.
Okay. So what were you were stabbing him?
I was throwing a dagger.
Okay, so you throw a dagger, and it goes right behind his back and skims Laura on her right shoulder. Just gets a
It wasn't that bad.
Gets a little bit of a slice. Doesn't
Wasn't
do
that
any damage.
bad.
Okay. 'cause I was
Still
gonna say,
like
I
a
haven't taken
9.
dodge.
Oh, okay. And you see all of this happening.
I do, and I am gonna cast Spike Growth. So I'm gonna I'm just it's a normal druid spell, okay? I'm not talking to the plants because there's no plants for me to talk to.
Have you learned talk to snow yet?
No, I haven't.
That'd be impressive.
I want to though. I want to talk with an
there's
animal.
gotta
wanna
be a talk to
I want to
elements
hear
sort of.
Eric's snow voice personally, so I think that needs to be a spell.
What?
So I cast Spike Growth, where I basically sharp vines and things are gonna erupt right underneath the ogre. In a 20-foot radius around the ogre, so you guys might be in it. You may want to jump out of the way.
Okay.
And when a creature moves into or is within the area, it's going to take 2d4 piercing damage
Awesome.
for every 5 feet it travels.
Okay.
It's also difficult terrain. So, like, stay still! Stop moving!
So you cast this, and the spikes just
Now it
shoot
gives
up
me
at
20.
at the ogre. You guys need to make dex checks, I'm guessing.
I guess.
What happens? Sorry.
What's your DC on that?
Could I use my
Is there a
cunning
DC?
action to dash away?
Sure.
Okay. Dashing. I'm dashing.
And what's the DC on that? Is there?
There isn't. No, there's only a DC for recognizing it. It's just
okay.
when you move into
Oh,
or
in
within
or out of
the
it.
area.
Okay, so.
So if you move at all within that 20-foot
you're
area.
gonna have to make a dex check to get out of it and not get hit. So.
By what?
by spiky vines.
You're shooting spiky.
I centered
God.
it
All
on
right,
the
fine.
ogre,
No,
but
it's
you
fine.
just happened to be really
It's
close
like
to
Sleeping
him.
It's fine, whatever.
Roll above a 12.
What's that?
Roll above a 12.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's no Oh, no. Dex. Okay, yeah, 13.
Okay. So how much damage does the ogre get hit for?
4.
You see what's
Okay.
going on. When I'm rolling them not for something, I'm getting good rolls, and then when I'm rolling, okay, now it's...
Maybe
it
it's
keeps-
dysfunctional.
Yeah, this one likes rolling
You
7s
see-
because it's right next to 20.
Everybody sees these spikes come out of the ground and just shift right into the ogre's legs.
Stay still.
And then you see Harshnag slowly walk up to him. Poof! And punches him in the face.
Which face?
Which face?
The evil face.
Okay.
The mean
Thank
face.
you! He's not
Goatee
that
face.
usually this bad of a guy, but I guess we got him paid. We got paid a little bit of money to help the freaking guys in there, so don't hit me. And Harshnag punches him, and he falls down onto the ground. And roll me some more damage for those spikes.
8.
Is it possible to heal the good side of the giant? Anybody who has healing?
I mean, yeah. I
Now-
can, if he promises to be
Not
nice.
particularly inclined, to be honest.
The giant is stunned as he's. But I'm not. Shut up, Pudding. And he tries to get up, and he gets up on one knee and swings for. Does a 13 hit, Laura?
Is below me.
Huh?
No, it is not.
Okay.
13 does not hit.
So he's only up on one knee, so I'll give you guys advantage if you want to hit him.
Yeah.
We should restrain him more than beat him up.
I mean, technically he kind of shouldn't move.
Restrain him more.
So,
It's fine.
Did they?
I don't think I can do that.
Oh, I meant in general. We should
Laura,
restrain
you
him more.
you see him get up on one knee. What do you do to?
Presumably, it's the knee, the evil knee.
Yes,
The
the evil knee's trying to get up.
You know, I want.
The
You know,
knee
I wonder,
also has a tiny goatee.
Yes, I want to emphasize. I want to make sure that the good one we are trying to avoid.
Thank you.
No problem. I'm going to. Let's see. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to get one of my arrows and try to just shoot it at that one knee
At the one knee to kind of keep him there.
to
Okay.
like get him to just to kind of cause him to fall again on the spiky vines.
Sure.
Okay, so that's 20 to hit.
20. Yeah, you definitely hit.
Okay.
Roll me some damage.
5.
Okay. So you fire off your arrow. You just
My
see
little
it-
halfling-sized
yeah.
arrow.
and it goes directly into his kneecap and then
Oof.
Yeah.
shoots through to the ground, and you see him fall back down on both knees now. And Em, you want to roll me some more damage?
7.
Sorry, Crank.
It's okay. It's not hurting me. It hurt his side.
Okay. This is very
was-
strange biology.
That was pudding.
Yeah.
no.
Crank is the cranky one.
Right. No.
Crack is
Put-
the evil one. Pudding is the
Sorry,
nice
Pudding.
one. Thank you. It's okay. He's the evil one.
I'd like to stab them both.
Wait.
So Harold, you see the ogre, after getting shot in the ankle or in the kneecap, fall down on both knees. Are you doing anything?
No, they seem like they've got this. They seem like they've got this. I mean, Harshnag's there, is hitting it. Yeah.
Okay.
Very
You
entertaining.
see Harold just kind of like leaning back now, but you saw the arrow come your way.
I'd like to hit him instead. Okay. Not really. So wait, an arrow came shooting out.
Yep, it came shooting out and
God, it went
hit
through
right
his
in
leg?
front, right at your feet, but you saw it go
Oh,
through his
there was
kneecap.
arrows that came from
Yeah.
further back.
No, from
Oh.
Laura.
Oh,
She
okay.
shot him in the knee.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
okay.
I
Through the
thought
knee,
you were
it sounds
saying.
like.
Sorry, I thought you were saying there was
Nope.
more fire. All right. Oh, I'm gonna stab him while I have advantage.
Wow.
Nice.
You stabbed him
Are
good.
you serious?
1 and 20.
I rolled a 1 and I rolled a 20.
That would be your range.
Really?
Thank
Good
God
thing
for
it's
advantage.
advantage and not disadvantage.
Yes. Yes. All right.
Where are you
Wow.
stabbing? Where are you stabbing him?
The evil knee.
God, everybody's going for that knee.
Well,
Okay.
it's the evil knee. We
Clearly.
Well, he's
I don't
not.
know how
he's,
tall he is.
he's on both knees right now.
All right.
hit him in the
then
thigh.
The evil femoral
I would
artery.
like to shoot him in the evil face,
Okay,
or stab him in the evil face.
sure.
With the
Roll me
rapier.
some damage.
Does that crit?
That's a crit.
Okay, so I'm rolling.
You roll your dice twice, then add your modifiers.
All right, but the sneak attack damage
It is also
from the
twice.
non-rogue level is just
Just
is
the
not
bard.
doubled, or
It
is
is. Yeah, you roll it twice.
I'm so glad I took that level.
Is it 1d6 or 2d6?
It's 1d6, but you
Yeah.
just said that it's.
Oh, yeah, you're rolling all your dice. I thought you were.
I'm just
yeah,
rolling
yeah.
all my dice at once. Right, because it's not rolling it and then doubling it; it's rolling it twice.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that is 14, 20 plus 3. So 20, 23
23?
points of damage
So you,
to the face, to the evil face.
as Laura's arrow shoots at your feet, you just look up at the ogre that's now crashed down to his knees, and you take one foot and put it on his knee that got the arrow through it, and then jump up and
Thanks.
stab him right in the eye.
Thanks for the boost.
Like I said, you've got this. You don't need me. It's simple
Are
spells.
you still on Wallace?
Yes.
I lost the clip.
Are you like
This-
air prancing still?
So, you just saw Gwen just jump up onto this ogre and
Yeah.
stab him right in the face.
Yeah.
Like a badass.
Yeah. Is
there-
so he is.
I
he's
do
still
damage
conscious?
now.
Yeah, he's still conscious, but he's hurting. At least it didn't get my eye.
No.
That's what you get, you son of a bitch.
Well, we're not really restraining
happened?
him,
Shut
but
up,
I could
Pudding.
knock him out. So
I'm not going to
alright.
shut up. We have
Is
no
Spike
reason
Growth
to
a
kill these
concentration
guys.
spell?
Yeah, so I
Okay.
can dismiss it, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to dismiss spike growth. Be like,
Okay.
Fuck it. It's not useful anymore. And I'm going to pull out my quarterstaff, which, let's be clear, is a giant stick.
Oh, I've got a quarterstaff as well.
It's just a very large stick that I found at one point when I was a direwolf. And I take and no one would throw it for me.
I didn't know. When were you a direwolf?
Oh my
Is this when I
god,
was
she's
sick?
got a stick!
So take
Crap,
out the
she's got
giant
a
stick,
stick!
and I cast
Shut
my
up, Pudding!
my
She's
cantrip,
got a stick!
my cantrip Shillag. Shillag.
I thought that said shellac.
I believe it's Shanana.
I believe it's the Xena warrior princess yell.
It's Shillelagh? Might be
Uh,
Shillelagh.
Shall I?
So I pull it out, and I'm gonna two-hand it, and I'm gonna just like run up and just bop him on the head.
Okay. So,
Can I reach him?
Yeah,
Okay,
you'll
great.
be able to get to him.
16
Okay, roll me some damage.
versus AC, and it's I get to do 1d8. It's also magical, in case you were wondering.
Awesome.
8 damage.
Okay, so you run up and you take your shillelagh, and you
Oh,
hit.
that's right. I can use
the-
this instead. It was even higher than 16.
What-
I forgot.
what
The
did it get
reason
to?
why I do shillelagh is that the attack bonus is
So
higher.
what was the total?
It was like 20.
Okay, so you run up, you take your shillelagh out, and you actually hit the back of the dagger that Gwen shoved into his eyes.
I wasn't trying to do that. I wanted to like knock him out.
No,
Like,
it was a rapier anyway, so it
Oh,
went
it was
in
a
and
rapier?
it came out.
Okay,
yeah.
I thought you had a dagger.
I
Okay.
did.
I'm gonna aim for like the base of his head.
Okay, so you wrap
good
the
knocking
shillelagh
out.
around the back and hit him right in the back. Ugh. It's like,
I was going to say, inspired by M's performance, Harold would now like to act.
okay.
So I will ride my mighty flying horse Wallace into battle, and
Okay.
swing at trying to do my best imitation.
Oh, wow, that's
Prancing.
imitation.
Prancing horse.
My best imitation with my quarterstaff. It's +1. Hey!
Wow.
19 plus 1 would be 20.
What are you hitting him with?
Just my
Your
quarterstaff.
quarterstaff? Okay.
Just
Realize
basic
when I use
quarterstaff.
shillelagh- See, when
Yeah.
I use shillelagh,
I w-
it's
but-
way better than
But
I
I will call out shillelagh if you said that.
I'm learning to not yell into the mic.
And I rolled an
I've
8,
seen her warrior
which
yell.
minus 2 for my strength will be 6 points of damage.
Well done.
Okay.
Harold.
You know, if you
So-
actually had shillelagh as a spell.
So you
Yeah, I know.
charge, inspired by M, you charge right behind her, and as she hits him in the back of the head, you hit him right in the front. So it's kind of like playing ping pong. And you're
Yeah.
so it's, oh my God! God damn it, Crack! What are you doing to us? Shut up, Pudding!
Legitimate question. If you kill one half, does the whole ogre die?
We'll find out.
Yeah.
I don't want to
I mean,
find
I'm not trying
out.
to kill him. I'm trying to knock
I'd rather
that
make
head
new friends
unconscious.
and new enemies.
I am very. Mine was bludgeoning damage. I am specifically trying to knock him out.
Okay. So, and he knows that, and then he turns around and looks at you and
Ah, fuck.
does 18 hit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My AC did not go up when I leveled up.
Nope.
Oh god, he's still rolling dice.
You take 10 points of damage.
Ugh. Ugh.
How far is the actual entrance from here now? we're
The
still-
entrance is about 30 feet behind where you guys are fighting the ogre.
So we could just all sprint and go inside.
Probably, but he can follow us.
I would like
a
to
valid
take
point.
a second to try and persuade him to join us.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to
We could
say
pay you more.
No.
Oh.
I'm going to say you can't spend money if you're dead. Help us, and you can take what your pay off of their corpses.
Roll me some kind of charisma.
I was going to
Persuasion?
go with persuasion, 23.
Hey, Sirac
Hey!
charges into the battle and jumps over.
Oh god, so many.
Totally just
Walk
jumps in front of
every
Laura and
camera. Every frame.
Oh, hi. Hey, everybody. I was just out admiring the bridge. What did I miss?
ogre!
Watch
Seems
out
to
for
be
the
there's some
two-headed
sort of
ogre.
trouble.
Who may become our friend.
I don't know, 23.
Okay, so he says,
It's got two heads.
Pudding is like, yeah, this is a great idea. It makes complete sense. Pudding, we were hired by the other Uthgard barbarians inside. I mean,
Yes, but they're
Pity-
about to be as dead as you're about to be if you don't help us make them more dead than you. You'll have to trust me, it makes
I'll
sense.
heal you and everything.
really?
Yeah.
There you go, no more hurts.
Come on, Crack. This is smart. I'll help you with the ones inside, but that's it.
Deal.
That's all we asked
Done.
for.
What do I
Okay.
get out of it?
I go to
Healed.
shake his hand.
And whatever they were going to pay you off of their corpses.
Fair enough. Okay.
Let's do it.
Great.
Yeah.
I go to shake his hand, and I will cast Cure Wounds.
Whoa!
So he
See, I told you, Quack.
regains- Ugh, that's not great.
Do you do it like
Um,
through the handshake?
Yeah,
Six.
that's,
Is
that's pretty great.
It's like a hand buzzer.
Yeah. Except
Put it
he
there.
regains 6 hit points. And then I pat myself on the head, and I regain
How many hit points?
6.
6. Okay.
I regain more. I regain 9 hit points, which is good.
Woohoo!
That puts me at only 1 down.
So
At only 1 down, you said? Okay.
Harshnag, he's more apt to just stand behind and let you guys fight to see how well you do in battle.
Sure,
Naturally.
sure.
And as he
Absolutely,
sees
of
you
course.
make peace with this ogre, he just
We got horses. We got an ogre. We collect things.
Yeah.
I don't think I can sell the ogre. I mean, I'm sure that I could. I mean, morally, I don't think I
Right.
can
I was
sell
like,
the
I
ogre.
think
I do
that-
have
like,
some.
I feel like
some
you
point,
have
at some
to
point,
sell
yeah.
half
Do it.
evil, so you know.
Wait, what did you say?
It's only half. It's half evil,
Oh.
so.
I thought you said I'm evil, so I was like, whoa, I did not know this about Harold
Yeah,
Clemens.
Harold's deep dark
Um,
secrets.
But also, just so you guys know, that encounter was designed by Paladin Hope,
Ah,
who turned in
Pretty
some
excited.
XP and helped
Those
design the
lovely.
encounter.
solid.
So
Thanks, Paladin Hulk. And now your creature is our buddy.
Uh-huh.
look at that.
Friendship, the best ship.
Well, I missed that entire conversation, but I think you guys did a great job.
Thank you. There's now. Ooh, we
You're
have a
welcome.
two-headed ogre that is now assisting us. You can now try to convert to Torm.
Thanks.
Well,
Later,
judging by
later.
judging by
Convert later, let's
the
go.
Yes.
end of that conversation, I would be convincing him to try and honor his obligations and his duties, which
Oh.
I think we just tried to talk him out of. So I'm just gonna turn the other way on this one and let Torm.
Not very Tormish.
Yeah, no.
That's fair. That's fair.
So there's no torming. You don't want to try to.
He's not
I-
going to
I'm
torment
reading.
them.
I'm
Leave
reading the
them
room. It's not happening here.
It's not the
I
right
don't
place
think
for
this
Torm.
is. Yeah.
You
Somehow
if
I've
you have a little Torm figurine, you just like cover its eyes. You're like, you see nothing.
what he doesn't know. Yeah. Somehow I've suddenly developed a sense for when it's inappropriate to try and convert someone to a different religion.
What class is that?
I was reading it in my book. I hadn't gotten that far yet.
That's what he was distracted with.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh. Right, let's go.
Let's go.
So M immediately starts walking.
Yep.
Yeah, so you
Onward.
start
I'm with
walking.
ya.
Laura, you are enthralled by these pillars because
I
they
stealth.
are from north to south. The pillars all depict different scenes of giants.
Ooh.
The first one, you see a hill giant lifting a rock above his head. The one to the right of that, you see a frost giant chopping down a great pine tree. The next is a cloud giant flying among the birds in the sky. The next is a storm giant hurling lightning bolts down on ships.
Wait, you said that one was it was Cloud Giant and the Storm Giant?
Yeah, the storm giant shooting lightning bolts at on ships covering the seas. Then you see a stone giant climbing up a mountain. And the last one is interesting because you see a fire giant with chained dwarf prisoners in a cavern.
Uh-oh. I knew I liked Zephyros with his birds.
Some of these seem a little more evil than others. I mean, the whole flying thing doesn't seem so bad, right? But
So
Yeah.
slavery, exploding ships, not a fan. No.
Yeah, less fun. Less fun. Yeah.
There's more of a range here.
Okay.
We
So we're going
continue
in?
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
We
mean, I
move.
go
We
in.
move forward.
I'd like to, as we're going in, I'd like to search for traps, which I can do while going at my normal pace.
Okay, so you guys make your way into this domed entrance, and you notice that the snow kind of blew into the entrance, but it's slowly dissipating as you go forward, and it's very nice marble.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah, anybody would want a vacation here.
Yeah.
But as you walk in, you realize that this was created by giants. The ceilings are 60 foot high. There you see chairs, stone and everything is almost doubled in of its normal size. Now, Laura, roll me a perception.
That would be 4. Yeah, that would be 4. But hold on. Is this specifically to
For
search for
traps.
traps? Then I get to wait. Sorry.
You had one
Wait,
job.
wait.
Can I look for
Can,
traps?
I'm like, can I not look for traps too?
I am resistant to trap damage. I
No.
get advantage against
10.
to avoid traps, but I don't get advantage to search for traps.
I only got a 15.
Okay.
Yeah, but you
so
can go.
As you walk in, it turns into a straight hallway that is still 60 foot high. It starts. The hallway actually starts at 40 feet, and then you see it go up to 60 feet.
That's really rough for those tall giants. Those huge.
The few giants. Gwen, at the beginning of the hallway, you notice above you are 2 stone pillars that would definitely, if triggered, will fall down.
Oh, great. So can we look for, there's a trap thing
Wait,
up
what?
there. Can we
Oh.
look for the trigger? Perhaps, maybe, without tripping it. That would be good.
Can we ask Harshnag,
Or just avoid them.
like, is this trap normally here?
Yes, it's used to barricade people in
Okay.
or out.
Okay. Presumably you are taking us to this oracle.
Yes.
Are you going to lead us, or do we need to lead our way through here?
I'll let you walk through first.
Will you let us know if we're about to hit a trap that will kill us?
Sure.
I don't believe him.
I don't either.
I'm gonna look for the trigger. 24.
I
You don't
have my
see any
suspicions.
you don't see any kind of lever or trigger
It's
or
not
anything.
like a floor plate, pressure
No.
plate, or anything.
But he does tell you that this is triggered by a separate room.
All right.
Okay.
But I don't know if anybody's here that would even remotely trigger it.
Except for those 6 barbarians.
Yeah, I mean they could be a problem.
And perhaps we could just run really fast. I
Yeah,
mean,
so it's about
Ooh.
Yeah.
to the end of the second slab that would fall down. It's about 20 feet of the hallway. So you'd have to.
Well, if the trigger's in another room, we could just scurry through here quickly, because
Oh, I know.
yeah,
The trigger's in another room. They've got to know we're here.
yeah,
I'm gonna cast pass without a trace.
Oh,
brilliant.
I love it.
Does that apply to more than one
Yeah.
Russ?
Yeah. No, it's a veil of silence radiates from me, masking me and my companions from detection.
Dun, dun, dun.
And each creature I choose within 30 feet has a +10 bonus to dexterity for stealthing.
Does that
Awesome.
count if one
Very
of the
I'm going to stealth.
companions
Okay.
is taller than 30 feet?
Yes, I think so.
With the thing and the plus and the 25.
Okay.
I
Wow.
rolled low.
Is everybody stealthing?
I
Yeah.
will do
tie
my
up
best.
horse.
25.
I tie up my horse
Oh,
to one of the
25.
columns.
30.
I also want to like
It's floating
Stealthy
there.
as fuck.
24.
Torm
stealth.
is on your side.
Yeah, well, I got a 12 on the dice, which is
10.
a 12, plus your 10.
I
I
also
got a
wanna-
12.
Oh god, we got
Okay.
the 10. Okay,
Plus my 10.
Oh,
Definitely
10.
going to
That would
dash
be-
through.
Okay. So you
34.
guys
Yeah,
Stealthily
we're
dash.
stealthy as fuck.
Stealthily dash.
make your way past. You get 20 feet in, and as you walk or run through, you kind of notice that the pillars are shaking a little, but they don't fall down on you. But once you get past them, you notice that the hallway is very, very dimly lit. You can barely see.
I light up a torch.
Okay.
I cast.
I can
All
see
right.
fine. I'm a half elf.
So, Gwen, as you got in first, before Laura lit up the torch, you noticed several things. On each side, there are 20-foot ledges that span the hallway. But then you also saw at the end of the hallway, about 40 feet in front of you, there's a stairwell that goes up, and there was a flickering light moving back and forth at the top of the stairs.
Great.
Eh.
I want to cast sleep at it.
Uh-huh. You
I'm
lit
sorry,
up
what?
a torch. So now the room comes alight, and you see everybody sees on the side walls these two 20-foot ledges, and you see sconces that border the back walls, and you see this the stairwell up, and on top of the stairwell you see 6 berserkers, barbarians to be exact,
Ah.
and the one with the torch turns around and sees you.
And hopefully falls asleep.
I just learned a new trick for this, and I'll cast dancing lights.
Okay.
And so just 4 little motes of light just kind of shoot out to the extremities of the room, sort of lighting the area.
Okay.
I just want to reframe what it looks like. So there's a hallway, and then 20 feet up there's these ledges, and then in front of us there's stairs that go up to these ledges.
No, on each side of you. So you're in a hallway.
Yeah.
On each side of you, there are 20-foot ledges that span the hallway.
Yes. Okay.
Then in front of you, there's going to be about 40 feet away. There's a stairwell that goes up to a platform.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
she
on the
just-
platform is where the 6 dudes are, or they're on the ledges.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see the one with the torch is a woman that turns around and looks at you because she realized you guys were flashing a torch now. And you see the rest of them are trying to push the door open that's in front of them.
All right, but they're on the platform.
Yep.
All right.
So what do you guys want to do?
Well,
Well-
sounds like
well-
he's doing dancing lights and you're casting
Gwen-
sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe resolve those
Where
first.
one hopes that they haven't seen all of us. But
I mean, arguably they've probably just seen her because
yeah,
we're technically still stealth.
Yeah.
yeah, because we are stealthy.
Oh, I got a 12, so I'm like, oh, look, there's people up there.
Yeah. They
I'm
saw you
stealthy
anyway.
as fuck. I rolled 35 total.
All right, let's see those rolls on the sleep. What did you get?
Ooh, nice.
25.
You see the one with the torch start to get woozy, but doesn't fall asleep.
Darn
That's
it.
the worst.
Wow.
When you don't even get one.
Gotta elevate that shit. Knock it up a spot.
Yeah, I thought about it.
Yeah.
I thought about it, but I figured I'd roll well, and I just.
and
didn't
you
roll
are
well enough.
you're a human, yeah?
Right, I am currently human.
Okay, yeah. So I'll hold my my dancing lights until you're ready to like spring the trap, so that you can get vision on them.
Oh, yeah. So you mean until I can turn into an animal? She says, going through the monster manual at different animals that she can turn into.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, that also works. Never mind. I won't.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
Yeah, I was gonna. Forgot about you being an animal and
Giant
everything.
goat,
Yeah,
you
that
can
does
kick him
help.
in the head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good, Serac. Where did you learn that?
I
Is
was
that power
just
of
reading.
Tor?
I was reading my book.
Oh, okay.
Get it.
There were a lot of things that were scribbled in the margins that I had been completely ignoring, and it turns out that those were arcane spells. So
Oh.
I
I see.
yes, and I saw you doing some things, and I thought, I'm not a very good cleric, so maybe I'll try being a wizard. So
That was a very smart thing
Yes.
to do.
You're never going to get past level 3 in anything.
This is amazing.
I'm really trying to find my path, and I think that this is promising.
You
I'm not very good at
definitely-
it yet, but I'm gonna give it a try.
That spell was very impressive.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you try to steal his book so you can learn that spell?
So what did you cast? Oh, the dancing lights?
Dancing lights. Yeah.
So these lights are just flickering around.
Yeah. They're just dancing.
Okay.
If I remember, I think it's just
Yeah.
like lighting the room,
yeah,
basically.
they light the room.
Cool.
So
Like,
did you just make my torch redundant?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Why waste
So
a
are
torch?
they doing like a mambo or a waltz or how are they dancing? It's a little,
Yeah, it's a
Macarena.
cha-cha-cha.
So here's the
To
thing.
cha-cha-cha.
Um,
There you go.
I've spent a lot of spells, but not all of my spells, and there are clearly no plants in this room that I can talk to.
No, there's no plants.
I probably can't maintain 2 spells with concentration, right?
No.
That's fine.
It's okay.
It's fine. I can maintain concentration as an animal. So, guys, I'm pretty
Uh-huh.
excited. I am going to cast Conjure Animals.
Guess
And
what?
I'm going to conjure animals.
oh.
I have to look up how many of different types of
Oh,
animals.
oh my
you can
God.
conjure.
Get a bat. I need another one of those. The other one
No.
seems to have flown off.
So, oh god.
I'm
damn
sure
it,
he'll
it's
come back.
Totally.
I needed to mark this page.
Maybe she can conjure a
Conjure
corgi.
minor elements. Conjure animals. I'm going to conjure 2 beasts of challenge rating 1 or lower. So I'm going to conjure 2 brown bears or black bears. 2 bears.
Okay.
I'm conjuring 2 bears.
Okay.
And they're friendly to us.
Sure.
And I'm brown bears, and I'm gonna tell them to go have a snack. And so they also get to do their own stuff. So there's
Okay.
2 more bears that are gonna attack, and then I'm gonna turn into a giant elk as a bonus action.
An elk?
Awesome.
A giant.
A giant elk.
So are the bears running up now and attacking?
Yeah, they are.
Okay. So roll me to hit.
Great. So they're both gonna do multi-attack.
Wow, awesome.
So-
I'm gonna grab
okay.
this bear 1 and bear 2.
Yep.
Let's get 2 different colored die. We can name the bears. All right. Bear 1 got +5. That's 21, and bear 2 got 13.
Quick.
Okay,
who
so-
oh.
They both hit.
They both,
So
I'm just like bears.
and they run up the stairs, and they pass by the one that Gwyn kind of made dizzy, and leap onto 2 of the barbarians that are pushing onto the ice frozen door. And roll me some damage.
For both of
Sweet.
them.
Yeah.
Great. Let's just take their default. They both. Wait, they're multi-attack, so let me attack the second time. I assume if they hit before with an 8, they will hit again with an 8.
It's a 13. The AC's 13 to hit.
Yes, because
Yep.
it's 13.
Yep.
Great. So total, both of them take 19 damage
Each?
each.
Okay. Do you want them to attack 2 or just 1 target?
2 targets.
Okay.
2 bears, 2 targets. I'm like, bears, eat them.
And they just jump onto the back of these 2 guys that are pushing, and then everybody that's pushing stops. And just oh!
And then
Bear 1 is named Winnie. Bear 2 is named Pooh.
as a yeah, Winnie and Pooh. Thank you.
Winnie and Pooh.
Really, really.
I love it.
I was trying to think of Paddington, and that was too long to say.
Oh yeah,
and
and then the
Paddington.
Berenstein Bears are just like
Yeah.
Mama and Papa.
Who
And
remembers the gummy
let's try
bears? What are their names? I can't remember. There was like.
I don't
I don't know.
remember the gummy
Every
bears.
gummy bear I've ever
How
met
about Yogi-
no longer has a
Yogi
head.
and
So
Boo Boo?
Oh, that's
Hey,
a better
Boo Boo.
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yogi,
Yogi
Yogi
and Boo
Boo
Boo.
Boo.
I love it.
So Laura, you see M turn into an elk and launch 2 bears
and then I'm
up
going
there.
to charge.
Oh, you're-
so as if I move at least 20 feet straight towards a target, and then I hit with a ram attack on the same turn, I get to do extra damage. And I'm
There's
prone.
20 feet and then 30 feet
Yeah,
up.
it just says if I move at least 20 feet straight.
Oh, yeah, well,
I assume up is still straight.
yeah, but can you go
Do you?
50
I
feet?
don't know, can elk climb stairs?
Well, yeah, but what's your speed rating?
But are they
Speed
like
is-
cows? Can
Okay,
they
you
not
can
go
get up to 'em.
downstairs?
Wait, are you able to cast and attack?
I believe me turning into a wild shape is a bonus action. No,
Oh,
you're right. I probably
Yeah.
You can.
can't,
I think
so-
transform is the bonus action, but then
And
it's
I don't get
action
an
to
extra
attack.
action.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck this. I'm an elk.
how big of an elk?
I'm a giant elk. I am a huge beast.
So
Oh my God.
Could
Do you wanna ride
Harshnag
me?
I
ride
was
you into
thinking it-
battle?
ride me.
Or
I wanted to try to climb up you. And,
feel like we-
are you gonna do it?
No.
Yeah.
I was thinking Harshnag, but you can just like grab onto a
Like
flank.
I scramble up. I ready my bow.
So you get you try to climb up her?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a dex.
Yes.
You take one hand and just put it on her side and just jump up and just scale up onto the elk and mount and take out your bow.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'd like to ready an action for when she starts charging.
Okay.
You get closer, I'll fire.
Okay. So Harold,
Big is huge.
it's big.
Eh, borrow some
Great.
Uh,
dice.
Harold, you
Taking me a
see
while to get up.
this happening. What are you doing?
You're tiny. You're just riding my head.
Yes.
I kind of conjure a little like orange bead
Okay.
and just
Man,
lob it over the elk, and it explodes into fire at the top of the stairway because it's within 150 feet, right?
Oh yeah.
This would be fun.
Oh dear.
They all need dexterity saving throws.
15. What's
Yeah.
your DC?
16. And the bears are up there too?
Yeah.
They need to
I
save.
mean, I'll put it kind of toward the back if possible, but
It's gonna hit the.
They're
Either
gonna-
way, it's gonna hit
Yeah.
the bears.
So wait, what's the?
they're
They
not
make
real bears, right?
dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw.
What was the
How-
save?
16.
16.
Holy crap, that's amazing.
Neither of them save.
Oh no!
Are the bears on fire now?
Sorry, bears.
All of them but one.
You were so
made
excited.
this
You were so
why
excited
Mr.
about your
Only
bears.
Only
Oh,
you
my
can prevent
bears.
fireballs.
But bears.
Smoky.
Oh.
Yogi is now Smoky.
Oh, ouch.
Oh.
Oh no.
17.
And Boo Boo is now charred.
Uh huh.
Boo Boo has a boo boo.
Boo, yeah.
29 points of fire damage.
Okay, so this little bead of orange glowing light passes just above M, makes its way up the stairs, and when it reaches the tip of the stairs, poof, it blows fire up, and you start to see water drip down
Oh.
the ice-covered door, but there's still ice on it. And now the
I'll
guy,
have to
now
do
everybody's
that
on
again.
fire, like ah!
How much damage? It was.
29.
Sorry,
How
those
many?
bears still exist.
29. Sorry about the bears.
Fine. It's fine. I can't
Oh.
summon that. Actually, I'm an elk right now.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Burned hair. Oh.
Yeah, don't look back or your antlers are going to get stuck in the pillars everywhere.
here's the
That's
thing.
one of those sconces.
Even though Emma's female, the only way she knows about these animals is because she spent a lot of time in the Natural History Museum of Atkatala. So she's just seen, like, stuffed elk, and so she just assumes that all elk have antlers.
Yes.
Sure.
I am actually. Laura's actually wedged between the two antlers.
Awesome.
Okay,
I love it.
so they Sirac, they see the after getting burned by Harold's fireball, they see your lights, and they're still kind of stunned at what's going on. But you see them charge down now. Do you want to convert them to Torm?
As a bonus action.
Hello.
So they charge down, and you see 6 of these barbarians charging down at everyone. And the first one comes for you, Sirac,
Excellent.
and I'm guessing a 24 hits.
You guessed correctly.
Okay. You take 13 points of damage.
Okay. All right.
Bears.
Well, that's
And he waves. And then the next one, Gwen, the next one is going to come charging at you.
Still hidden.
Yep. I'm going to roll against your stealth. So roll me a stealth check.
Again?
Yep.
Okay.
I had to drop because I can't maintain 2 spells, right?
If they're concentration,
Yeah.
no.
So I had to drop.
It's
past
still a
concentration.
23.
He cannot find you. He just rushes down and he does this as he runs by you, but can't find you. Harold, the next barbarian knows that somehow you and your pointy hat managed to light him on fire.
Can I take an attack of opportunity as he runs by?
Sure.
Oh,
Also,
okay.
don't forget our Etten friend.
Oops. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
It's okay.
Well done.
Or
So
two-headed ogre.
that's a 25.
25.
You hit.
And since I was stealthed, I get sneak attack as
Yeah, absolutely.
well. So that's not
That's
a
right,
lot
'cause
of
you didn't get
damage,
your
but
sneak
it'll
attack the first time, did you?
not
Right?
this round. Yeah.
Oh man, guys, I made a mistake. Should turn into a giant constrictor snake.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
13 points.
Now
of
you
damage.
messed up.
13 points of damage.
Can you not
Okay.
change
So
again?
as
No.
Oh.
you see this
Goat too
Next time.
barbarian try to run and hit Harold, but quickly you notice and you stab him with your rapier right through the chest. And Harold, you see the Gwen come out of the darkness and stab him, and you see the rapier point come out the back
Cool.
of the barbarian. And you pull it out, and the barbarian falls to the ground.
That's awesome.
Now I just need another level of not rogue, and then I can re-stealth as a bonus action.
Now, 2 of them come after M and Laura,
Right.
but they can only get to M because Laura is up on the back of her.
Fine.
14 and a 19.
Attacker wins or defender wins?
Attacker wins.
Okay, then they both hit.
Okay.
Apparently, giant elk is a language.
You
How does it
speak
go?
giant elk?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
Is it like a pheromone
You
thing?
take 13 and then 14 points, so 27 points of damage.
Oh, Jesus.
Goodness gracious.
29 points of damage?
Yep.
29?
for
My
you if you
goodness.
need.
27 points of damage.
27.
And
Well.
now you see
So much for being
the
friendly.
ogre. Well, we can do better than that. And you see not Crack, the evil one, but Pudding just launch missiles that come out of his hands.
Oh, that's cool.
And Harold, you know you can cast the same exact spell, but you see 5 of them come out of his hands instead of the normal 3.
I'm good. I have to find his spell book and take it. I mean,
And he
I'm a good
launches
character.
5
Very good
missiles
wizard.
into the one that originally tried to hit Gwen and just throws him up against the back
Thought I
the
killed
back
that one.
ledge. The one that missed that couldn't find you.
No, that's the one I thought I killed.
No, there was a second one that came
Oh,
running
okay.
down for Harold. But this one gets thrusted against one of the 20-foot ledges and just collapses on the ground. I told you I could do a little better. Just saying.
Wow,
So-
I'm glad we made friends with this guy.
You're
So,
welcome.
Sirac, you see that there are now 4 barbarians that have run down, that are left.
Oh, good. Well,
And you just saw the ogre mage blast them with a magic missile. What do you want to go after any of the other 4?
oh yeah, sure. Are they fairly? Are they?
You could almost get to any of them because it's such a enclosed hallway.
All
You'll
right.
be able to get to any of them.
Okay, I think it'd be great
There
for
are
me
2
if I
on
could
M
be
right
like
now.
close to them. So yeah, if I could, I'll run around and jump in like between those 2 and
Okay.
smack them. Do I
Okay.
take any AOs as I run away? I had a guy on me, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. So you want to get away from the one that's attacking you.
Yeah, I'll get away from that guy and I'll go help M because
I'm a giant
I'm better when I'm better when I'm close to the
Does an
enemies.
11 hit?
An 11 does not hit me.
So you literally risky business slide from where you are in front of M
Hey.
and the 2 that are attacking her.
Okay, awesome. Then I'm
That's too low.
then I'm going to go ahead and rage, which will give you advantage against both of them. So I will rage, and then I will draw my warhammer, and I will say, "So much for being friendly." And despite that, it's just a little love tap against one of their shields. Boop. That's for being naughty. That's not
you're
gonna hit. It's like an 11.
Okay. So you just kind of
So
and he
I wanna
like
be-
and the barbarian in front of you is like.
the bears are still alive.
The bears are still alive, but they're. How much did they take from his?
They took 29, but
29.
they're still standing. They still exist.
Smells a little bit like
Their
burnt
speed is
hair.
40 feet. So did they?
Excuse me, what?
Can they make it back to attack things if things made it all the way?
Not this round. Next round.
Did they not get AOE's?
The bears?
They.
They were next to the people who then ran away.
Theater of the mind is really confusing.
We can retcon that.
I want the bears to do something. Okay?
Yeah, bears.
They showed up. One of them will hit. We'll see if they hit. Yeah, so one of them hits once, one of them hits twice. So the first one does. What was this, Yogi?
Yes.
Yogi does
Yeah.
19 damage.
Okay.
Actually, it probably doesn't get to do multi-attack.
No, you're only gonna get one
Okay,
hit.
fine.
Yeah.
Then you do 11 damage, and then the other one fails. Yogi does it. Rah!
What about Boo Boo?
Boo Boo didn't hit.
Was
Boo Boo?
lame and useless.
Okay.
Boo, boo, boo.
So Sirak, after you did that, Gwen, you see Sirak kind of get in between. He leaves the one that was in front of him, the berserker that was in front of him, and gets in front of the two that were attacking the big elk in the room. So
I can't wait till I can turn into a white elephant. The elephant. Be the elephant in the room.
I'm going to turn to Sirak and say, hang on, I had it a second ago. How do you make holy water?
I don't know how.
You boil the hell out of it.
Oh, I just got that. It took a second.
And now you're inspired.
Hooray!
So you get a D8 for
D8?
inspiration.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow, thanks.
okay. So Harold, you hear this incredible, inspiring words come out of Gwen. Are you doing anything?
That was just my bonus action.
Oh,
so.
okay. So you're still attacking.
Oh, she's
okay.
not done.
And then I'm going to. If I'm not mistaken, that would use up my sneak attack,
Yep.
right? So, like, if I attack, I won't get sneak attack because that functions. Okay. In that case, I am going to cast sleep again. Wait. So where?
So there's one that's about 5 feet away from you that was originally attacking Sirak until he moved. There's two in front of Sirak now, and there's one halfway down that's from the bottom of the stairs to you.
If I'm on.
Okay. So I'm going to cast sleep on that one.
Okay.
Very much.
Not as good of a roll. That is 19.
What's
Seriously?
bigger than huge?
It had been injured, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. Great. That's fine. I'm going to stop using that.
All right. So Harold,
How far up is M?
Swap that out
to,
for magic
compared to
missile.
you,
Yeah.
she's about 15
Yeah.
feet away.
Okay. And she's got two.
Well, she's got a rider on her back. She has a cleric in
On her
front, in front of her, and then two barbarians in front of the cleric.
Okay, I'm ready.
Im, I'm not saying anything about your size, but you're going to be a bit bigger.
Sorry.
And I'm going to
gosh.
cast Enlarge on her. So she will be a gargantuan
Ready when you are.
elk.
Oh my god.
Does
Wow.
this affect anybody
So
riding on her head?
Your antlers now are almost touching the ceiling.
No.
Your size doubles in all dimensions. Your weight is multiplied by
30
8.
feet by 30 feet.
You have advantage on strength checks and saving throws. While in this form, your attacks deal 1d4 extra damage, but I feel like it should be more than that, so I'm going to just hope
Can we
that
say
the
maybe
DM
I can attack two things at once because I'm so big?
Sure. We'll give
I'll
you
take
that.
one.
yeah,
1d4
because
on each
otherwise
of.
I could have cast a lot better spells.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we'll give you that.
Awesome.
So, and
oh.
you just grow in size.
What?
Your
Now
antlers
it's more like
are creating sparks on the walls because you're so big.
Yeah, yeah. Can I squish them?
Sure, you just got to avoid him.
He'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
I'm gonna just go.
You have advantage against
with
them.
hooves.
Because we're a pack. We're
Yeah.
homies.
We are pack. Okay, so this is the first one that I'm trying to
Or
attack.
herd in this case.
So with advantage, that gives me a plus.
Totally hits.
Yeah, okay, that'll hit. And then the second one, let's see, 7 plus
no, I
6,
totally could've done it.
13 to hit.
That hits too.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
So I need some d8s.
Oh, no.
Make sure you elk it for all it's worth.
Ooh, awful.
Oh.
Here's two more.
No, I got it. Okay, so
you're good.
48.
All right.
48
48
per hit.
Per hit.
Holy shit.
4, 10, 14 plus 4, so 18 on the first one. Oh, plus you said another d4. So 21.
Okay.
And then the second one, it's, ooh, I like that. 15 plus 12 is 27. 31.
Wow. Oh my God.
So your feet
the ground a bit at this point.
your feet just rise up out of the ground. Your antlers get stuck in the ceiling, and you use all your force that you have to pull your head out of the ceiling. And as you do so, you slam.
Like,
Your
technically they were supposed to be prone, but I feel like if I'm gargantuan, they didn't need to be prone.
No. You slam your hoofs down on 2 of these barbarians and just squash
They're
them
probably
into
like
the
this
ground.
big.
And as you squash them, you just see their bodies pop.
Oh.
And Sirac's
And
in the middle.
Sirac, you are literally underneath. At this point, you're underneath the legs of M, and you just see the legs come in front of you and just squash, and
Like, if
and
I'm-
you just get splashed with the guts of both of these
If
barbarians.
I'm 30 feet long, each hoof is probably at least like
You're
2
you're
or
an
3
AT-AT
feet long.
walker at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
Oh my
no, I
God.
am.
I am very happy I am on top of this and not anywhere below.
That was great. Thanks.
So,
all right.
Sirac, you're just covered in blood now. Your clothes are stained.
I dig it. I'm mid-rage.
Yeah.
It like shocked me for a second, but I shook it off. Like
Later
we're still
someone can
rolling.
prestidigitate you and clean you.
Yeah.
So,
that'd
Laura,
be great.
you're like struggling to hold
Yeah.
on as she clambers down and stomps on these barbarians. What do you want? But you see one barbarian
There's one
left.
barbarian left.
Yeah.
Oh.
As soon as things kind of settle out, she stops moving. I fire an arrow at that final barbarian, and 13 to hit.
That hits.
Okay,
You should also have a second attack.
you're right. I do have a second attack. Okay, so the first one is 6 damage.
6. Okay.
And is that barbarian engaged in combat with somebody else?
No.
Is somebody else fighting it?
It's running. It was the one that Gwen tried to put asleep.
No? Okay.
That's right. And
Twice.
I have a second attack
Huh?
because that is
Twice.
Why do
Twice.
I have that?
Oh, harsh.
Why do I have a second attack?
You should just at this level, I think, as a maybe because it's.
I don't think
It's
Oh,
if
rogues-
I, if,
rogues
it, if
get-
I was dual wielding,
Oh right.
I'm using
yeah,
an
yeah,
arrow,
yeah.
so I only have 1. Yeah, so 6 damage.
6 hit. Okay.
And I know I'm relatively small compared to you, but I pat you on the head and I give you a little scritch behind the ear. Good job.
So this last one,
Really fall off.
Sirac
Stop this.
sees you under there, and it's almost like a bull seeing red runs for you. Gwen, you get an attack.
I can do that.
Sorry.
Hey.
25.
Okay, roll me some damage.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's not going to kill it, or the sleep would have put it out. So it's all yours. 10. Excuse me, 13.
13. So you jump up, stab it with your rapier, and enough blood just squirts out of him to get on you, Sirac.
come on.
As he's running towards you, and he's still charging right towards you.
All right, bring it on.
And he gets up to you and hits you with his club. Oh my God.
All right.
Did you crit?
Yeah. So
I love it.
He takes his great axe and is so focused on all the blood that has been spilt on you and his blood that is now on you that he hits you
It's cool. I can heal you later when I'm not. an
for
elf.
25
I'm
points of
saying-
damage.
25 points of damage.
His axe just slices and sticks right into your shoulder.
Wow. Which
Ooh.
I have to 12, right?
Yep.
Or to 13?
He's raging.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm raging?
Because you're covered in blood.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Ouch. Okay. Well, this is going well. I would like to hit him back,
You're
please.
so calm in your rage.
They're
Actually-
just being so...
Before you can hit him
Mean.
back,
Okay.
you see, I'm going to help you out, buddy! And you see 5 more missiles just come and blast him from the side.
I loved being the center of attention.
Yeah.
Elk,
Are the-
stab.
Are the bears still? I want them to eat things. They're sticking around.
Oh, they're
Sure.
right there. Yeah, let the bears go.
So you see this barbarian that's just slammed his axe into your shoulder, just take a walloping as some force hits him and knocks him to his knees in front of you.
Oh,
do you do?
okay. I'm gonna knock this one out of the park. I've been winding up the whole time.
Okay.
I'm ready to go, and I'll do this. I would do reckless attack, but I think actually I get
You still have an axe in your
advantage
shoulder,
anyway.
by the way.
All right. Well, then I'll switch my warhammer to the other hand.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll do an offhand roll. That's fine. That's a 10. That's a 16 to hit.
Okay. It hits.
All right. And that'll do a almost max damage. That'll do 11 points of damage.
Okay. So, how do you hit him?
Oh, just just between a golf swing and a baseball swing.
Okay.
Just knocking him right into the elk's leg, I guess.
And you have an axe that you're using?
Warhammer.
So you take your warhammer and with this perfect arc, you get him right in the neck and pop his head off. And you see the head go flying in the air, and one of M's bears comes and just catches it.
Cool.
And slams it on the ground, starts mauling the head.
It's playing with like a cat.
So
But
Kill
as
Bill.
as you knock the head off, you just get a spray of blood that comes back onto your face.
Yeah. Well, I'm embracing it. It's it's like when you first get out in the rain, you're really like it's really uncomfortable, but then like once it's pouring on you, you're not getting wet. You're not getting wet
cold,
anymore.
right?
It's just like yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's cold in here, right? So there's probably like blood steam coming
Yeah.
off of him too.
Yeah.
Well,
See, guys, I told you we'd help. God damn it, Pudding.
And wasn't doing good such a wonderful reward?
Yeah, look.
Maybe.
No, I'm an elk
I
still.
mean, really.
It totally is, bro.
See, there you go. There you go.
How long
Now
am I
you're
gonna
heroes. No payment needed whatsoever. Proper heroes. Good job. Good job.
stay- How long am I gonna stay this big?
As long, I think up to a minute when I I can concentrate up
Yeah.
to a minute.
when he's ready to let you be smaller again.
I mean, I also assume that even if I turned into M, the spell would persist, so I'd just be a giant version of M.
Probably
Just
yeah.
be a big M.
No, I mean, I'm
You
staying a
should-
giant elf for a
You
while.
should open that door while you're giant.
Oh, yeah.
I love that you used that spell while she was giant.
Oh
It's
yeah.
freaking
No, this is
brutal.
gonna
So
be a
cool.
thing.
I would like to
Maximizing.
charge the door.
Okay, so you
I'm
run.
completely disregarding everyone.
I'm just gonna hold on tight.
So you're running. Yeah, Laura, you're grabbing on for your life, and M, you just start charging this door. You go
ram
up.
it. Literally,
Yeah.
I have a ram.
You literally,
Wait,
as
do you ram it with your horns that I'm holding onto?
Probably. What else would I ram
I
with?
don't know.
as you climb the stairs, your antlers again are just scratching and creating sparks on the ceiling of the room, and then you see that you're going to be crashing into this giant door that's
Yeah.
been frozen over.
Yeah.
So you run and you bash it with your head, and it swings open, and you see inside something that we'll talk about after we go to the break.
Awesome.
Whoa!
I'm gonna nurse a headache for a little bit as Laura.
So we'll be back in a couple minutes, everyone.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
All right.
3, 2, 1. We're back. I think we're back. So, Em, you crash
These are all
through
my
these
dancing
doors.
Ugh.
And then the spell ends right there.
And I'm still huge.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
I do like a little like flip off of her and land.
Okay.
I am remaining a giant elk for now.
How does it last for a minute, or you're going to keep casting it?
No, a wild shape lasts in right.
It's like an
currently
hour
this
or
is
something
an
like
hour.
that.
The
It's an hour,
gargantuan
Jesus.
only lasted
It's
a minute.
Oh,
my
yeah, his,
druid
yeah,
elk
okay.
level.
Okay.
So I can stay a giant elk for 3 hours.
Just
So
the
as you
point of-
crash through the doors, a thick frost clings to every surface in this 100-foot-high vaulted chamber.
Good thing I'm in a building for giants.
Yes. Very good. But you see that 7 enormous statues dominate this room. The largest one of them is an 80-foot-tall robed giant. His arms outstretched and his face hidden beneath a stony cowl, facing a glowing archway in the east wall. Kneeling in rows on each side of this statue are 6 statues half of its size, each impressive in its own right and depicting a paragon of a type of giant: hill, stone, frost, cloud, and storm. These smaller statues face the bigger one in the center of the room. In their outstretched arms, 5 of the giants hold weapons, gifts for their Allfather. Only the frost giant statue is unarmed.
What is the? Does it? I can ask you the order of them
Yep. So,
later.
but beyond that, you see this archway, and the archway is 40 feet wide and 40 feet tall. You notice that there are 6 different runes carved onto the archway, and each one is inlaid with mithril and has a glowing mist that fills the entire arch. Niches in the walls on either side of it contain empty, ice-covered sconces made of iron. And Harshnag walks in the room, and he says, "Yes, these are the statues of the sons of Anan. Here you'll see Grolanther, the god of the hill giants, with his great club made of bone in his hands. Scoreus Stonebones, god of the stone giants, who carries his stone boulder."
I hide.
You hide?
20. Oh, no,
Seems-
sorry,
what's-
23.
What statue do you hide behind?
Well, I was gonna let you finish, but I want to take out some charcoal, and if they have beards and mustaches, I will give them glasses. If they have no beards or mustaches, I will give them curly mustaches. Mustaches. I was gonna let you finish first, though. I'm sorry.
So they have beards, but no you can paint mustaches on them.
Big curly ones. Yep.
And Harshnag looks
And
back,
glasses.
Well, she's stealthing.
I am
Yeah.
stealthy.
but he sees this happening. He's like,
Eventually just sees the mustache. He's like, that wasn't there before.
and he
Does
says,
this-
"Well, this one is Thrym, son of Anam and god of the frost giants. But I don't know where his great axe is."
I didn't take it.
Bag of holding.
And he looks back and he doesn't know for sure if he really sees this mustache or not, or if it's a figment of his imagination right now.
If there's one that I can't reach, then I'll put it on with prestidigitation. It won't last as long, but
And here is Surtur, god of the fire giants, with his great sword in hand. Memnor, the cloud giant, with his mithril spear. And Strongmouse, god of the storm giants, with his adamantian trident.
Oh.
I know all of these too well.
I mean, but don't most of the giants hate humans and they want to kill them? And so aren't these all giants, all gods, all kind of dicks? I mean, the kind of telling the guys to go ahead and stomp on humans, right?
Smash, smash.
Like,
Well, they're all trying to prove themselves at this point.
okay.
With the ordning smash, they all want to increase their rank and stature among the giant kin.
Are all of the weapons that you just described, are those all actually there as described, or are they representations made of stone?
They're stone, but
Okay.
they're in the hands of the giants that are
Okay,
kneeling.
so the mithril spear is not mithril.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a stone.
So, but the stone boulder is still stone.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's not
Very
something
much
else.
so.
No, the stone boulder is mithril.
It's super stone.
And
It is one
That
giant
I will
diamond.
take.
Gwen, you've managed to give everyone mustaches at this point.
Excellent. And glasses, monocles,
Yes.
that sort of thing
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
So nobody would have
I would
taken
point
that
out, the
thing.
the bears are also still with us.
Okay.
Just in case anyone was wondering.
We have quite the gathering.
Do you need a little bit of healing?
A bit.
Because we have a
Yes.
paladin
Cleaning?
with
I
us.
could use a bit of healing. Yes, that would be great.
And maybe some cleaning.
Oh yes, definitely some cleaning. I didn't even realize. Oh, I look dreadful. I'm so embarrassed.
One of the bears just starts licking you.
Oh,
Well,
that tickles.
I'd like to go investigate. You said there were like openings with arcane writing above them.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
There
The
were,
archway.
archways with arcane writing above them.
Yep.
And there was. Did you say there was like a fog or something in the?
There's a mist
Yeah.
that is in the center. You also see on each side, on the east and west side, or the
North
the
and
east
south.
and north and south side of the chamber. You see doors on each side,
Oh.
but they're frozen. They've been frozen over.
Well, it's a good thing we have an elk for that.
I go
yes.
try and open a door.
So I'd like to make just an Arcana check to see if I can
Sure, absolutely.
figure out what's going on with these doors. Unless I'll ask as I go over, ask Harshnag, what's up with the doorways?
I don't know. All I can tell you. What'd you get?
I got 13.
Okay, so you know that the runes are magical, but you don't know what they say.
Okay.
Wait, oh. Magic runes? What? 19.
You also can tell that there is magic that is coming off of these, and that somehow they can be activated. And Harshnag says, I don't know the rest, but I can tell you for sure that this one is the rune Isi, and it means frost.
Oh, well, that's pretty easy deduction then, don't you think? I mean, with the 6 of them and the 6 of them and the maybe
Frosty,
one of
Frosty?
each. Each rune has a little alcove next to it. Is that right?
There's sconces, but that are near the
Okay.
arch, but each one is inladen with mithril.
Cool. Okay.
I'm going to try and open the north door.
The north door? Okay.
And by open, I mean...
Roll me a strength.
Okay. 18.
Okay. So you blast through this door, and you see it is a square, it's a chamber that has stairways going up, and also there is a dwarf in the center, or not a dwarf, a stone giant in the center of a stone giant statue in the center of the
Just
room.
wanted to be clear.
Yeah.
Did I need to start attacking
No. Nope.
a stone giant statue?
They can be difficult
Is
to
there anything
distinguish.
in the stone giant statues? Like, is he holding anything?
You'd have to go into the room and kind of get over there.
Am I small enough to go in the room?
Yeah, you
Like,
can get in
3 feet
there.
tall.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, yeah. Curiosity killed the elk.
Okay. So you make your way over to the stone giant, and his hands are outstretched like this.
Yeah.
And you notice behind you now, pointing in the direction where his hands are going,
Yeah.
is a hallway. And it's slightly angled up.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of it, there is another stone giant with a stone. in its hands. But there are also, down the hallway, there are about 6 rooms on each side.
Still M, so I would like to sense traps.
Sure.
But I'd like to just be like, look for them with some perception. Perception.
And I'll head in there with her, still stealthed.
Why is math suddenly really hard? 21.
Okay, so
Like, do I think that giant boulder's gonna come rolling towards me?
you know that there is conjuration magic within this room.
I mean, I can't communicate that for shit. Unless anyone speaks giant elk.
No.
If you give me 10 minutes, I could cast Speak with Animals.
Great.
But I
And
need
you
10
know
minutes to do
that
it.
the statue itself
Uh-huh.
is emanating transmutation magic. That it, almost that it could be animated.
What's that, Em? Timmy's falling down the well?
Clop, 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 clop. I will probably immediately be like, whatever, and walk across to the other side of the room and try and open the south door.
So you go back into the big room.
I'm like,
Okay.
this is boring to me. I probably like lick the stone. Is it salty?
Okay. So you guys see this elk walk back through the room. What are you doing at this point?
I'm staying close behind her.
Okay.
Still stealthed, but
Okay.
taking my
Siak,
own
what are you
peeks into the
up to?
rooms.
I am right now. I'm most curious about these runes.
Okay.
And I'd like to try and I'm gonna make a hunch. I'm gonna try and can I possibly reach the sconce that is
Sure.
frosty?
Sure.
The frost isn't hard to come by around here, right?
No,
I can
no.
I can find like
Yeah.
some ice. I'd like to just try and like place some ice in that sconce.
Okay. So as you go up, you touch the sconce and you put some ice into it. It lights up with fire.
It's going to be a problem when we don't have an orange-haired woman to put in one of them.
Oh no!
Fifth Element, nobody? Okay.
Yeah.
No,
It was
I
love
gotcha.
all the time.
Come on. One match. You have one match. Don't fuck this up.
Nobody breathe.
Oh wait, we're wizards and druids. We can cast fire just out of nothing.
Okay.
Oh, impressive.
I guess look for pebbles. One of these has to be stone.
So there's a sconce associated with each of the.
No, there's a sconce on each side of the archway.
So I'll continue looking, but they're gonna go into that other room probably while I'm continuing.
Harold,
I'm
what are you
interested
doing?
in this, so I will try to get the appropriate materials.
Okay. Laura, what are you doing as you see Sirak kind of magically lighting up a sconce? You see the 6 runes that have been inlaid with mithril in the archway, and you see M and Gwyn walking to the other side of the room now.
I'm going to, since the sconces are on either side of the archway, correct?
Yep.
I'm going to approach the archway and kind of like poke my head in, searching for traps. Before I do that,
So,
um,
haven't you seen Harry Potter? Don't stick your head into mist-covered archways. Oh my God.
and my head dies. No, that's a 10.
Okay, so
That's
you
no way to get ahead.
Oh,
I know.
so you approach this mist that is just filling the arch, and you put your head through, and you hit your head on stone on the other side.
Ow.
You hit the wall.
I kind of like stumble back. And like looking at it, does it look like it goes farther?
No, there's just a wall.
Not going head first.
What? I was gingerly moving. Ow. There's that. That's not really an arch or doorway. That's just a decorative arch. It would appear.
For now.
For now.
I try and open the other door.
Hooray!
20.
poof, you blow through the other door. And this one,
How come you have never been an elk in our previous excavation? Okay, we need to sit down one day and strategize the use of your animal transmutations.
Turn into a rat. No, don't.
Yeah.
I can't. I can't. I've expended all of my wild shape uses.
okay, so you burst through this door, and you see it's a 240-foot long room
It's long.
that's 400 feet wide.
Wow.
There's a fire pit in the center of the room, and you see these large stone tables that go along the outside of this rectangle, and then there's 2 stone slabs that are adjacent to the fire pit that are just covered in blood.
Huh.
And then you see there's an alcove.
How
Like a
fresh
fresh
is the
blood? Yeah.
It's not too fresh. It hasn't happened recently.
All right.
It looks like
Well,
a time long ago.
I did my job. I opened the doors. I'm gonna go back.
So
You can tell this is kind of a feasting hall.
Yeah.
Cool.
with the sconces, we can do fire easily enough, right?
How do we do a
Yeah.
storm?
I don't know if
And-
we know which one is fire.
Maybe we
Wait,
can
do you
bottle
speak?
some of the
I
mist.
might speak giant.
Oh,
We
you
just try all
also
of the
see
things,
Yeah.
right?
at the end of the
But
end of that room, past the
issue
last
might be
table, leaning up
storm.
against the table is a giant
Lightning.
stone
Take
axe.
lightning.
Oh.
I would like to go pick up the stone axe with my mouse.
See if I can make a spark.
Good
Okay.
job.
So you march into the room, and you get halfway, and then you just hear, and you see in the alcove a giant Remorhaz take shape, and it looks like a snake, just huge,
You should have been the
with
giant
wings that flail out of its head, and feet, just lots and lots and lots of feet that are on its bottom.
Nope.
And it strikes to
She's an
attack.
elk.
No.
She's got this.
I have
And
like 16
initiative.
HP left as an elk.
I assume initiative.
Well, you should have thought of that before you started
No.
pulling all the
No.
enemies.
Oh, okay.
We're not rolling
No,
for
it's just
initiative. We're just
attacking me.
going.
Fine, take
Oh,
my
yeah.
elves to
I
elk
always forget.
status.
We have to, although we assume we hear her bellow out.
Is that the I'm hungry noise or the mortal danger noise? I can never tell.
She's always hungry. It's
I
the
think it's
mortal
the-
danger noise.
I just hear I'm an elk over and over again, so I'm a little unclear.
I'm an
Not
elk.
helpful.
I'm an elk.
No, I'm an elk.
I'm an elk.
I am elk.
Okay. I am elk.
So this Remore comes up, and you see its
took all of my
feet.
stats. I don't
Yeah.
actually know, but I'll assume.
Huh?
I got some of them.
I took all
I
your
know
stuff.
what my AC is, so you're good.
Yeah.
Giant elk is not in the player's handbook.
Yeah. So, this is gonna hurt. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah, no, that definitely will hit.
So it comes up and bites you right on the head.
Ooh, ouch.
Ow.
Oh, I think they can also swallow you, although they're probably not as an elk. I would
Hopefully
think.
not as
Those
a giant
horns
elk.
would get
Yeah.
stuck on the way down.
It probably can't swallow things that are its size.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe.
we're about to find out.
Yeah. Where also doesn't really matter because I assume I'm going to take more than 16 damage, which means I am going to automatically revert back
Oh
to being
no!
Nice bite-sized
21.
druid.
M. Is it more or less than 16?
It's definitely more.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I don't
Is
take.
it
I will take the
Remor?
excess.
Okay. So you
I
take
have to
31
find it.
points of damage.
Okay, so 16 of that comes off of from being Revert to normal chest. Any excess damage carries over. Okay, so I am going to take 16 of that as the elk, and then I'm like, turn back into them and go, oh, fuck.
Oh, that's not elk.
Now I need you to roll me
Take
a
another
And we
16.
strength check or
Oh,
dex
dear.
check.
In we go.
that's not good.
Mm.
That's not correct either. Okay, a dex check?
Yep.
Dex is better. Is this a saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not great, but it's moderately better.
Oh, yes. I love the Remorhaz.
8.
8. So after it has
I'm normally a
bitten
dungeon
you,
master. It's one of my favorite creatures.
encompasses you and circles
Oh,
around you,
shit.
and now you're grappled in its
Oh, that's
in its striking grip.
that's not good.
Okay. So it's got her. I
Who is aware that I am?
We've heard you go. Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
fuck.
It's like,
So
I
I
can create
sprint.
sparks. I've gotten one.
I sprint into this room, and seeing that she is grappled, I whip out what I thought was a useless bottle of lube,
Oil of slipperiness!
and I chuck it at her so that it will shatter and spill all over her so that she may slip out.
Beautiful.
Yes!
That is awesome.
If you let me
So
do this.
yes, so you run in and you take your lube and chuck it,
Oh, yeah.
and it bursts.
And you realize,
Yeah, it bursts
The oil
all
of
over. The
slipperiness.
oil of
Slippery oil,
slipperiness
yeah.
burst all over the Remorhaz, and you can just wiggle your way out. And you slide right out from underneath the Remorhaz.
And I'm
Beautiful.
hoping that it has some residual effects of making the Remor a little bit more slippery in its movement, but we'll see. If that actually
I certainly will be.
Thank you.
I'd
So
like
Sirak, you see M rush in, and you heard you heard M say, "Oh fuck," and Laura rushed in. What do you want to?
we should. We'll come back to this.
yeah, so
We'll-
I'm sure it'll be
y-
here.
Yeah,
still.
I'm just gonna leave
okay,
this here.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
yeah, I'm gonna run in.
definitely.
Okay.
Uh,
And you run in, and as you run into this room, you see this giant monster that is.
I just assumed there would be something to throw this javelin at. So I was drawing it as I ran in. Good. Does it that works for you?
Works
Okay,
for me.
good.
Roll the hit.
I'm gonna
How
pick-
tall is the ceiling in this room?
The
bottle of
ceiling
lube.
I
is.
picked the
Yeah,
biggest
60
thing that's
feet
not
high.
an elk.
Damn.
Are we still within 10
Well done,
minutes
well done.
of?
Yeah,
Oh, heck yeah! Then I'm gonna need this actually. Okay, so that is a 16 to hit the big, scaly thing.
You launch your javelin, and it just misses the mouth. It slides off of the skin of the Remorhaz
Sorry.
and passes through and sticks into the wall behind it.
It's so slippery.
Gwyn,
All right.
you see all of this taking place, and as you were following M in, you've
I'm gonna run.
I might have made a
now.
mistake!
I'm gonna jump into melee range
yeah.
as this is happening too to finish my turn. Go ahead.
Yeah, we are fucked. I guess I'm going to try and make sure that I'm flanking it and then throw a dagger at it. 'cause-
okay. So, with its attention still focused on M, you can get around the back of it.
Alright.
Nope, I'm just going to be bait over here.
We need to ask our giant friend, our giant companion, to help
That's
us.
a critical failure, unless I have advantage, which I don't think that I do. Do I have advantage for flanking?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on that.
All right, great. Not a critical failure. Not hitting my sister with the dagger. That's a 19.
I like
That
it.
hits.
For 12 points.
Nice.
For 12 points?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's worth noting that after I had thrown the lube, I use my cunning action to go hide under one of the tables.
Okay.
Just point of order. I was offered
Flammable is
healing
the
and
oily.
bear licks, but I'm pretty sure I only got the second one. Nobody actually healed me, right? It was just like, oh, you'll be fine.
Unless the paladin did, but I certainly couldn't.
yeah, we mentioned offhand the paladin that is apparently still with us.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
But I don't think that
I got all those
Eric
bear
was-
licks.
I don't think that Eric was listening at that moment.
what'd you
Oh,
say?
no problem.
In theory, there's a paladin with us that could have perhaps
That's all
done
right.
some healing.
Yeah.
That's all right. Yeah, we're
theory.
mid battle. I just wanted to check if it had happened.
So, point of question. How flammable is said oil of slipperiness?
It's a little bit. You could try and set it on fire.
I would like to try and
But
do that
Harold,
in a moment.
you see
Yes.
this.
I would like to see what I've read about Remorhaz's first.
Sure.
To
How
know whether they
intelligent
are
would be another
fireballable.
one. they considered
Over
a beast?
20 nature, arcana, whatever.
It's a
like
monstrosity,
25.
yes. What?
25, whatever the relevant knowledge skill
You
is.
know that its damage immunities are to cold and fire.
It's immune to cold and fire.
Yeah.
Bugger.
Oh, well, that just pretty much is shit. I could levitate it.
Also,
That could actually
Gwen,
be
as
helpful.
you
Could be
strike
helpful,
that,
60
Gwen,
feet
as you
up.
strike that,
Still stealth.
what?
Still stealth.
Yep.
Are there any
You take
particular...
12 points of damage as your blade gets extremely hot.
I threw a
think
dagger.
Oh,
at
you
it.
threw a
I
dagger.
think she threw it.
How
Yeah.
far away from it are you?
I don't know.
How far
I
away
don't-
do you want to be?
Far enough to not take heat damage.
I'd just like to point out the question that Maris just Googled must have been, is lube flammable?
It is.
The answer is
It
yeah,
There's
is?
at least one type of silicone lubricant that proves to be flammable. Somebody did this experiment.
It is an oil of slipperiness, though.
It
Was
is an
the
oil of
experiment
slurry,
on
yes.
purpose?
So, Harold,
Yes.
you
Oh,
know
okay.
that this is not going to, a
Doesn't matter.
fireball
It's
is
immune
not
to
going to
flame,
affect
it
this.
won't matter.
I would,
beast.
given that I got like a 25, do I also know anything about the eating habits of Remorhaz?
Yes, you do. You know if something's grappled, it's going to most likely swallow whatever's been grappled.
And I'm thinking, like, do they like prefer elk or woodland creatures? Like, do they have a delectable like?
you know, at this point, I think it's very
preference, culinary?
unscrupulous. It doesn't matter. It just wants to sink its teeth into something. It hasn't been fed in a very long time. The temple has been kind of abandoned. So
All right.
So
Oh,
if
poor
in
baby.
theory one was inside a Morag and cast Thunder Wave, that could be problematic for it, right?
very much
Yep.
so.
My goodness.
So, using that oil of slipperiness, slide down the gullet.
All right.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want to have to cut my way out.
But it's good to know you can.
I think we'll. Do I feel heat as I? Oh no, that's a ranged attack. Okay, I'm going to shatter it as casting as a 3rd level spell. So it's going to need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. What's the DC?
16.
It
probably-
misses its saving throw.
Good. So I'm guessing it was quite good at that. 1d8 for each spell slot above 2nd level. Okay, 4d8. 8. 6, 14.
It's too bad I'm not that giant elk anymore.
21. 27 points of thunder damage.
So you cast Shatter, and you just hear this Remorhaz scream out in terror like something is ripping it from the insides.
Okay.
Oh, hey, maybe that'll work for the Storm's Gods. Hey.
Can't cast that
I
again,
also
but
have
that's a good
Thunder
point.
Wave.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh.
How many points of damage was it?
well, we could wait.
27, I think.
Could take a long rest.
And
All right, well,
then I
let's
sort
put a
of
pin
duck
in
back
this one and kill this
behind
first.
Anything.
Yeah.
Good idea.
And
Sorry, guys.
Laura, oops, sorry. Okay. Oh god, this is probably not going to hit you.
So
Have you-
attacking me?
Yeah.
Oh,
16?
that will hit.
Okay.
My
so
AC's not that good.
it is so upset that you were able to slip from its grip that it hits you.
What does the oil actually do? Because it actually might, if it's on you, it may actually make you, give you some other benefits as well.
Oh, yeah.
We
Where
need
would
a
we
Dungeon
find
Ma-
oil
Dungeon
of
Master's Guide.
slipperiness?
Yeah. DMG.
My
know off the top of my
suspicion
head.
is it's probably only on saving throws, but could be AC. It's all dance. While we're waiting, I do have prestidigitation. I think you do as well, which will create small sparks. So,
Oh, lovely.
Storm Giant. Yeah.
Good.
I have
We're
Thunder
actually
Wave.
probably talking about this as the.
Storm Giant, I suspect, would actually be water because he's got a trident.
Oh.
Okay,
And so
I'll
I
give you.
assume that
You're
it's
going to
like
get.
an
He's going to get
typhoon.
disadvantage on the roll. Still hits because that's a natural 20.
Yep,
So you don't
yep.
get crit.
Good. I will take the other one. I will take that 16.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, it's disadvantage against you? Is that what
Yeah.
it was? Yeah.
15.
He's still rolling.
Maybe you could become something that's not very slippery, like a
I
giant
can't turn
porcupine.
into other things right now.
Or if
I'm
it
stuck.
starts eating you, turn into a porcupine, and then maybe it will cough you back up, or you'll get stuck in its mouth.
Could summon a giant.
You get
elf.
another 27 points of damage as it bites down on your head again.
Okay.
And make me
I'm
a
I feel like I have
reflex, or I mean a dex check.
18.
Okay, you do not get grappled
Don't
by
get
the,
grappled.
and I'll give you advantage on those checks in the future.
Face checking the bushes, girl.
See
Okay, so
something.
you have just gotten struck
Yeah.
and bitten.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this
In the face.
This fucking sucks. Do I want to?
I'm going to cast sleep on it. No.
You could cast it at level.
That is a
I
bad
think we
idea.
got the. He had a Dungeon Master's Guide. We're good.
I'm gonna save that.
Maybe we
So-
could combine
okay,
our
so-
sleeps.
So I don't necessarily want to be stupid, but I could be.
I don't see
it.
What?
I was looking for something useful I could do, and I think I found one.
Let's see, let's summon something big. I could do that. I'm going to cast. How dumb do I want to be? How close is it to me right now? Like,
It's on
clearly
top
it's
of you.
trying to go
Yeah.
around me. Great.
Yep.
So from where I am, I'm going to cast Thunder Wave, so it goes out from me in 15-foot cube.
Okay.
But I'm going to cast it at a 3rd level.
Okay.
So I increase it damage by 1d8 per level. So it makes a Constitution saving throw.
Yep. And it completely critically fails.
Yes! Okay.
It's like, whoa.
So it is going to take 48 thunder damage.
Beautiful.
Okay.
16, 21, 24.
Okay.
And it's pushed 10 feet away from me.
Okay. So you slide it back against the wall, and it hits into the javelin that
Yes!
Sirak tossed and stuck into the wall.
Yeah.
That was an alley-oop. That's what that was. I
Yeah,
did that on
yeah, yeah,
purpose.
yeah.
I knew you were going to do that.
How much damage?
It was 24. I think, right?
Nicely done.
Yeah.
I'd like to rush in at this point.
Yes.
Oh, it was
Well,
Laura.
You can go.
What I'll do, because everybody else here, I think with this guy, the magic range stuff is good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run off to one side to, when you move, give you flanking.
I love it.
And then while I'm at it, I'll shoot an arrow at its head, kind of as a distraction, and then try to hide in
Okay.
the process.
So you're giving her bless?
No, so
Nope.
I'm
She's gonna get
moving
around to
up
the side
and
of it.
attacking, so in anticipation of him going up, and then
Okay.
he'll have flanking.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
So I really just fire this arrow to distract it and get its attention to like go up there. There was something up there.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a
One.
1.
Okay, so you shoot your arrow as you're sliding.
Oh no! Wait.
and
I'm lucky. I get to reroll.
Oh,
one.
nice. Yeah.
there you go.
Boom. 21.
21. Roll me some damage.
1. Do I get to reroll 1 of my damages too, or is it just?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay.
So
But you add your
you
dex, yeah.
shoot your arrow, and it slides, and it actually hits into the body of the Remorhaz, but then also as it comes out, it sticks into the javelin. So you
I am Robin Hood.
Robin Hood the javelin
We'll be here all week, folks.
Yes.
for 1 point
get
of
another
damage.
shot.
All right. I'd like to run in, and I'm gonna pull my shield up in front of M. I'm gonna get between M and it,
Aw.
and I'm gonna say, maybe we could use some more of those animal friends. And I'm gonna cast.
Yeah, where are those bears?
I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on
They're
M.
still in there. The bears are gonna be loping in too.
Oh, are they still in?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Unless
okay.
I might have lost concentration. That is entirely
Yeah, you
possible.
definitely lost concentration.
Technically, I can make a save for that.
Sure. You're going to get
What is
disadvantage from
Wasn't
the
it like
2 bites and the
37
constriction.
or
Yeah.
something?
Whatever.
Half of 37?
I'm sorry, I rolled a nat 20 and an 18. So I'm pretty sure I'm still concentrating the shit out of those bears.
That's all
Awesome.
you can concentrate
So
on.
me
Bears!
and the bears will run in together. And I'll cast Sanctuary on M.
Right, it's a wisdom I'm pretty sure it's your spell. Your spell.
Concentration?
Yeah.
I
It's half
believe
the damage.
It's half the damage or
Okay.
10.
Well, I got a nat
10 or
20, so
10.
let me save, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
All right, so the bears and I run in victory formation.
You're like mighty ducking it in.
Yeah, exactly. I'll
like
shield
5
up. I'll
points
cast
of
Sanctuary on
health. Save them
M.
left.
Okay.
It's okay,
And
they're
then
good
that's only a
distractions.
bonus action, actually, so I still get to smash it.
Okay.
See how well these scales crack. That was a 16 on the die.
16 is a popular number today.
Yeah, but that's actually a 21 to hit.
Yeah, you hit.
Hooray! So that is maximum damage, which is 10.
10?
10
Okay,
is
so you
damage.
you slide in, you have your companions on each of your sides, and you're so empowered that you cut it, and you cut off 5 of its legs.
What?
Dang!
It's got like 30.
It's got like 30 of them.
Oh, okay. So it's like a centipede?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
Oh.
snakeipede.
Yeah, they're super.
It's a really big one.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
have nightmares.
Oh, they're awful. They're
Yeah,
awful.
it's horrendous.
Don't look up art of these things.
So Gwen, you see. Oh, and roll me attacks for the bears.
I'm assuming they each get regular attacks.
Yep.
Bear 1, I think they were like +5. Would
sorry, I got your
be
book on it.
19, and
Yep.
then Bear 2 was like 12.
Yep.
Okay. And then I think.
Oh, the 12 misses.
Okay, so just Bear 1.
Yogi
And
hits. Boo Boo
the other
misses
two.
again.
6, 10.
10.
So,
Okay.
M, if you attack it or cast a spell that affects it, the spell ends. Sanctuary ends.
Okay.
But that doesn't count for your bears, or for other spells that you might cast that
Okay.
affect your allies or
So,
whatever.
Gwen, you see Sirac run in, cast his spells, cut the Remorhaz. You see the bears clawing into it, and you're to its side now that you're
Is-
just far away. You're about 10 feet away from it.
Is it looking rough at all?
Oh, also, sorry, when you hit it,
Mm-hmm.
you take 11 points of heat damage.
I live for the pain.
And so do the bears.
I'm not sure you're wizarding
They're both
correctly. That's not how
Both
wizards
bears disappeared.
do it.
I'm not very good at it.
Is it looking
Like,
rough
the,
at
the
all?
bears had 5 hit points. The bears are just gone.
Oh no!
They attack.
Okay.
It's
We're
alright,
in
I have
trouble.
one more level 3 spot.
There's really not much I can do.
You should
here.
talk to it. That worked really well last time. You're very
friends.
convincing.
I don't think I
I'm
can
completely.
persuade this
Harold's
thing.
completely genuine in this.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
You're very.
Really about all I can do is throw another dagger at it. Unfortunately.
Oh.
But at least I
I
can
mean-
nat 20 when I do that.
Yeah, it definitely hits.
I don't
So-
always throw a dagger,
But when,
but when I do,
But when I do, I roll 4d6 for damage. Wait, no, sorry, those are d4s. All right,
But you
so
still get your
it's-
sneak attack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's 2d6 and 2d4.
Yeah. Which 2 crits this session.
I have the die that I
like
want in
your
my hand.
dice
It's fine.
colors.
It's fine.
They're pretty.
Thank you. I like my dice colors too. So that's 14 plus, so 17 points of damage from that dagger.
So you chuck your dagger, and it flies, and you see it stick into the bottom of the Remorhaz's chin. And you can see as the Remorhaz screams back, you can see the tip of your blade coming up into its mouth.
Great.
Good. So when somebody
now
gets
I'm gonna
swallowed,
have
they can grab
nightmares.
that as a weapon.
So
somehow this is weirder than when I was covered in barbarian gore.
Right.
Harold, you see the dagger come flying into the Remorhaz. Where are you? What are you doing?
I think it's time for a little magic missile. Pacha, pacha. And I'm gonna go for each of the legs. And I actually say it exactly that way.
You say pacha?
And
Okay.
Did you shoot at me?
I'm gonna cast it at last level 3 spell.
No,
so.
he curved the bullet,
Oh, God.
so
I lost
it
my
aimed at
shit.
you. It came toward you and then veered in.
Ooh.
Not
Yeah.
that I think that he's going to help, but I'm going to shout out to Harshnag. We could use a little help in here for this one.
I mean, our
Please.
ogre friend might also still be there.
Yeah,
No, he
it's
left.
open.
Yeah,
it's
he
an,
was only gonna help
it's
the
an open
barbarians.
invitation, you know.
5.
Sorry, guys. But I wanted that
8,
axe.
Huh?
19 points of damage.
19 points.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
So you send out how many missiles? 5?
5.
5 missiles flaring into this monstrosity, and you just see more legs just popping off in several directions. One hits Sirak right in the forehead.
So you get kicked in the head.
That's how you wizard, Sirak. Not up in the front.
Oh, okay.
And then you just see another set of doors just blow open from the other room. And you see Harshnag smash through. He says, "What did you get yourselves into?"
We're fine.
And he runs up
Technically, none of us have been eaten yet, so we're
and
not
he jumps
in
and he
it.
takes his great axe and slams it into the spine or into the skin of this Remorhaz.
I have no idea where that went.
And you see the blade just dive deep within the skin, and now you start to see it kind of fluttering back and forth and has taken some serious damage.
Right on.
Oh, so Harshnag is a kill stealer. I see how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, come
Just
in
in
right at the end. I
time,
see
yeah.
how
Yes,
it is.
as in he is stealing the kills from the Remorhaz
That is fair.
and saving our lives.
Wait,
Yes,
so what
yes,
happens if I
exactly.
attack it? You were saying something
If
ends?
you attack it, directly, the sanctuary ends. So
What
I
does
cast
the sanctuary do?
Sanctuary is basically like
It has to-
anti-aggro. So
it has to
in-
make a
in order
saving
to
throw
attack
to
you,
attack
it
you,
has
yeah.
to succeed
fair.
on a
Thank
wisdom
you.
saving throw.
Thank you.
But if you attack it, then it doesn't. So it's not like it has to attack you or whatever.
Okay.
Right. But it doesn't, and it starts to chomp down on you, Sirak,
Bring it.
for 21.
I was hoping you would say exactly that number. I cast shield. Bite on this.
And as
Really
one.
oddly specific. Why?
Because that's exactly 5 above my armor class.
Oh.
so you raise your hand up, and you see its teeth just
Yeah.
sink into the shield, and magic sparks just fly off of your shield.
Yeah.
That's
Worth it.
hilarious.
I hate.
You see that the monstrosity just bite into Sirak, but isn't doing any damage to him.
When
Yeah.
does the fire damage
so,
kick in?
Huh?
Fire damage. When does that kick in?
Oh yeah, right then.
Hate to be that guy, but I am part DM.
Oh, the fire damage from its
From
teeth
hitting
bits.
it. So yeah, you take 14 points of damage.
I do from my warhammer still being hot.
Yeah, you're just gonna get heat damage.
Oh, okay. Well, I will take that. But then I'm gonna drop that. I can put that down, right? It's not. Is it like grafted to my flesh yet?
It'll dissipate, so you won't.
Okay.
It won't be a reoccurring unless you hit it again.
14 points. I feel good. I feel
Okay.
good.
So,
I feel good about
let's see.
my number of hit
I
points.
am going to conjure some more bears, because that seems to be going well for us.
I
So
won't
I'm like,
burn them this time.
Fuck,
I
I'm
promise.
sorry. More bears. So I conjured 2 more bears because that's how many I can. And can they go now? Can they
Sure.
Can they both of them multi-attack? And I'm like, Yogi 2 and Baloo. Their names. Yeah. So
Baloo
the
and
first
Yogi
one.
2.
So this is the first one's bite and claw. 18 and 14 plus 5 and 5, so 19 and
Both of them
24.
hit.
Great. So, and then the
Swell.
second one, both are 15s.
Those both miss.
Damn it. Okay. Well, Baloo is useless to me, but Yogi's great. So that one does.
Yogi
Yogi
seems
does.
to be the.
I'm sorry, Yogi 2.
Yogi
2
just in general
10
seems to be the name.
damage plus another 10, 14, 24 damage.
So you see Baloo just go up and just kind of start swiping, but he completely misses every single leg. He misses the body. He misses every
Bad.
piece of this giant, colossal
So
monstrosity
big.
in front of it. But
I'm also
Yogi
gonna back the fuck up.
runs up, scales the monster, and starts ripping at its face and ferociously scratching through its two giant green eyes. And Sirak, you're just getting clobbered on with all this gook and blood and guts that are pouring out of this face that it's being ripped to shreds. And you see the Remorhaz just drop to the ground, and Yogi rides off of the face and slides down in front of you and goes,
Scratch him behind the ears. And rub his belly. Who's a good bear? And I look at I look at Baloo and I'm just like, you don't get any of this. Who's a good bear? Who's a good bear?
and you guys have successfully killed the Remorhaz.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
Told ya,
nice.
Harshnag showed up just in time for the experience points.
Oh, when I cast shield, I'm envisioning that it's just like the symbol of Torm on my shield. It's just like, nope, just giant hands, just kind of boop.
So sorry about that.
I would like to rest. Just a proposal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
like
that
I want
plan.
the axe
I don't
too.
hate
Can
that
we
plan.
light the
But
fire?
I would
Yeah,
Yeah,
should
so
we-
you notice in the center of this, everybody now sees that this is a feasting hall. That there's a fire pit in the center, two stone slabs that are covered in dried blood. You see large stone tables that line the walls, and you see in the far north wall or south wall a giant stone axe.
So that
I
must
would
be
like
the
to
axe
at
that
least
goes in
take
the
a
other
short
room.
rest.
Like embedded in
Yeah.
No, but just resting against one of the tables.
Don't
Like it was
touch
just
the
put
axe.
there.
Touching it summons Remorhaz.
She didn't actually get around to touch it yet.
the cursed,
No.
the cursed axe of Remorhaz summoning.
We down for a short rest?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
definitely, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
During it, I want to cast Detect Magic as a ritual. And
You want to what?
during the short rest, I want to cast Detect Magic as a ritual.
Okay.
So I can do a scan, sonar, radar of the
Yep.
room.
You realize you won't get a short rest out of this
Why not?
because you're doing something
No,
that
I think
isn't
you can-
resting.
Yeah, I
You're
mean, it's
doing a
ju-
ritual.
It's
Alright.
just
We could
sprinkling
do
some
a
powder
short
around.
rest and a bit.
Yeah, 10 minutes. 10
Yeah,
extra
sure,
minutes.
sure. And I don't
Take
know.
a 70-minute short
I
rest.
actually don't need it.
I don't know prestidigitation. Would you? Could you? I'm just covered in. It's
One
like
of the
I was
bears
painted.
will
It was like I was
continue
painted.
leading
I'll
You
Oh,
realize
thank
the
you.
effects
Oh,
of
thank you.
prestidigitation. The cleaning only lasts for an hour.
Leave like a
then
badass
then it
like,
all
does it
comes
come back?
skull on his back.
I thought if you
All in
clean
blood.
something, it
That'd be
doesn't
cool.
like get dirty
The bear
again.
licks you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baloo.
Oh, you're
Baloo
like
licks you.
during your rest, the bear just nuzzles up and starts cleaning you off.
Yeah.
I
I can expend hit dice, right?
Yep.
in the
Is there a
description.
limit to how many I can do during a short rest? Again,
You can do as many.
as I have.
Yeah, as you have,
Okay,
yeah,
So
yeah.
let's just keep going.
In the
So
description,
fuck
it
that.
appears to specify the effects of which only last 1 hour,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and cleaning or
Here.
soiling is not 1
So,
hour.
I look
it
great,
should-
and then at the end of the short rest, it all
no,
comes back.
So it should be fine, is
Oh,
what
okay.
I'm saying.
Well,
there are
I've-
other effects that only
Um,
last an hour.
I just
Harold,
wrote on all
that
of
is not
these
one of
hit
them.
dice
At
That
dice.
is
least a
permanent.
7.
That one wasn't. That one rolled a 1.
Harold,
No.
Harold, the only
saw
thing
nothing.
your
I'm
detect
I'm gonna
magic
just say that
senses in this room is the
3 of
stone
them.
axe.
There must be some
Okay.
kind of like
And the stone axe is
Very
giant size,
summer,
though,
like-
right?
Very cool.
Yeah.
average.
About
what-
500 pounds.
Yeah, what
I got. Let's say I got 15
magic?
back,
What type
so
of magic do I associate with that?
Divination.
Divination. Okay. And while I'm still under the effect of that, can I scoot into the other room and check out that room? And
You see that the runes are also magical as you knew before.
What?
But all all of the weapons in the hands of the kneeling giants are all emanating the same
Divination.
magical aura as the axes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Are the rest of the sconces magical as well?
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, there's
Cool.
only 2 sconces that
Oh, okay.
that are on the archway.
Oh, I thought there was one for each rune.
No.
Oh,
Okay. We
Okay.
totally misunderstood that.
Yeah.
So
Me too.
the sconces.
Wait, so how
Okay.
many more sconces are there?
There's only one. There's one more sconce, and
Oh.
one of them is lit, right, because of the ice.
Yeah, when you touched it, it just lit it up.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
we assigned way too
yeah,
much meaning to
I was
that.
totally. Yeah, I thought there were 6 sconces. We were gonna have a whole friggin' puzzle. Yeah.
Boop the other sconce.
Boop.
Boom! Turns on.
Oh wow.
I'm like, what's this? I was an elk before. Sort of
well-
smack it.
At least wait until our short rest is over before you start poking things.
I clearly do because I want to get my wild shape back. If I don't get spells back or HP, and
I
At least you
will.
want.
That reminds me. I get one of my spells back
Yeah,
now.
arcane recovery. I will share with the rest of the party that those do have divination magic associated with it, so
Wait,
it might
what?
be a fine thing to poke.
boop.
To boop, yeah.
What's this?
And
I
My-
imagine you actually are doing it with your nose.
Oh, I have hands again.
I'm gonna roll all of my.
So wait, what are you
H
poking?
Dice.
The second sconce after the
Oh,
short rest. Yeah.
Um,
Turns on, lights up.
My
What am I poking?
my
Oh,
bardy
everything.
friend. Do you have Song of Rest?
Oh yeah.
Song of Rest? would
Yeah,
be
that's the thing I
great.
can do.
That would be great.
Because soothing
just-
music, yeah, sure. For creatures in the short rest by spending 1 or more hit dice, each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6.
Beautiful.
Wow. I will take
But in order to do that, I have to perform.
I
Um,
like to imagine that you actually just play it on like the equivalent of a cassette recorder.
Right. Wand. Do do do. No. This girl said she recognized me from the vegetarian club, but I'd never met her before.
Hey.
There you go. There's your performance. Take your 1d6 and enjoy it.
I did. I rolled 4, which is better than I
than
rolled
those
on most of my d8s.
Let's see. 22.
I mean, I don't feel a lot better, but I do feel better.
Good. If I could offer any.
Does anything happen
any-
when I boop
Am I
besides it
the
lighting up?
only non-magical person here?
Yeah. Yeah.
It is really lonely sometimes.
It's alright. I like you anyway.
And then 1, 2, 3.
Thanks.
So did she boop the axe?
No, I thought you
Oh.
you booped the,
I
the other
touched the
sconce.
sconce.
second sconce.
Oh, the sconce.
She booped
I'm
the
also,
sconce.
And
like,
lit up.
if no one does it, I'm going to try and pick up the axe and stick it back on the statue.
Well, yeah, that's definitely happening.
Can you
Go
lift
for it.
500 pounds?
Not right now.
Not yet.
You can't pick up
Alright,
the
But
axe.
Harshnag might be able to.
Yep.
Oh,
Hey, Harshnag, you should do this thing.
I rolled every
am I
single one of
doing?
my hit dice, and now I'm back to full health.
What do you want me to do?
When do you get hit dice back?
After a
Just
long
grab
rest,
that axe
you
and
get
go
half
put
of
it
your
back
hit
with
dice
the other
back.
statue where it belongs.
Okay. You see him pick up the axe, and he brings it back, and he puts it back in the arms of the frost giant, and nothing happens.
Well, that was underwhelming. I got nothing.
Did anything happen when the second sconce was lit?
Yeah, lit up.
Besides that,
Do we touch it again and see if it?
yeah.
it goes-
Is it tap
It
off?
stays
tap on?
stays lit.
Tap off.
Hey,
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
this is like
And you
giving
keep
visually.
as you keep tapping it, it then falls up or turns upside down and falls off.
Oops. Sorry.
But you still know that the runes are still magical. They're still emanating that magic, and the mist is still there.
Shall we investigate more closely the statue in the other room, the stone giant statue?
Yes, that's a good idea.
Yes.
I don't know if
I voted to someone else
Because
go
I can
first.
tell you that
So
the
we've got the
the
axe
arch is just a
for
wall,
the
unless somebody
statue.
else
yeah,
wants
that
to
was
try
replaced and to no apparent effect.
Oh, okay.
Well, and then there's these arches, and you tried to go through one of
I
those.
tried to go through it, but as I pointed out, I'm the only one of us here that doesn't have any magical.
Oh, yes.
Boo-ha-ha.
I'll go stick my arm in one
So
of them.
maybe one of you guys can take a stab at it.
You stick your arm in the. So you stick your arm into the mist.
Randomly, one of them, yeah. Whatever
Wait,
door
wait.
number 1 is.
No, the mist of the archway.
I thought there were multiple archways.
No, there's
No,
one
there's-
archway.
okay.
There's
and
only one
sconces and
archway with
alcoves.
6 runes around the arch
Oh, okay.
that are surrounding the arch.
And 2 sconces.
Like
All right.
this.
2 sconces.
Okay.
Oh, there's only 2 sconces.
Yeah.
And as you put your hand in,
Broke one. So now there's only one sconce.
it hits on the back wall.
Well, it seems like we need to know what these the rest of these runes are or something.
Only we had some sort of archaeologist with us.
I
Nah.
thought you were going to say
Hey,
wizard. I'm very
Laura,
pleasantly surprised.
do you know what
that
those runes mean? Laura, do you know what those runes mean?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to look up runes. I don't think I do, but I can try.
Yeah, you can roll.
So
a
we know
history
one
check.
of them means frost, right? Have we tried? Is it?
History.
Is there like a way to
19.
speak that word?
19.
19.
Well, Harshnag already did.
Yeah,
He
okay.
told us what
Yeah,
it was.
you can tell that you know 2 more of them. And one is sky, which means cloud.
Okay.
And
Wait,
another
So sky means cloud?
Yep.
Okay.
And another is haug, which
Okay.
means hill.
Is what?
We've got hill,
Hill.
cloud, and frost so far.
Yes.
I mean, they're all.
And
I mean,
there's-
I think you started to suggest this earlier that it makes sense that these are all
I'm gonna touch one of the
referencing
statues.
6 different types of
Okay.
Oh, I
giants.
already- I
so presumably
already
one
did a
is
whole
stone
bunch of that.
you
and
touch the statue
fire.
and it's very cold.
Yeah.
I lick the statues.
Your tongue
Dumb.
I
is
want to
stuck.
speak one of the words and then
fuck.
try to touch the
Flame.
archway, see if it does anything.
Produce
So
flame
you,
around
which
my tongue.
one do you speak?
We'll say the sky.
Okay, you speak sky, and you touch the archway, and your hand hits against the back wall.
Yeah. And
Ouch.
can you touch the runes? Are they touchable?
Yeah.
And they don't do anything like when we say the translation of them, like whatever.
No, nothing happens when you
Okay.
speak the words.
Okay.
But you just know that they're glowing magic. From your detect magic, you can see that they're glowing this magic.
Is the mist
Yeah.
glowing magic?
Yep.
Yeah.
M gets bored.
Let's see if
Yeah.
let's
Goes
see
and
if
walks
the,
down the hallway in the other room.
let's see if the statue room has anything to say about
Okay.
completing this.
Yeah.
I
She
would
goes-
like to do an Arcana check on the mist, if that's all right. And I critically fail. I am positive that is a poison cloud.
Well,
I am reasonably sure that is a death cloud.
I stuck my head
of
in it. It's totally
Goa-roo.
not deathy. It hurt. I mean, it
So I'm
hurt.
gonna walk into the north room and just sort of look at the stone giant that's pointing or gesturing at the
Yeah,
one
it's-
that's holding the
It's,
boulder.
it's like this. It's
and I'm
putting
just
its
sort of
hands like
gonna
this.
walk in there. You said there were like 6. There were alcoves
Yeah.
on either side. I'm gonna look in them.
Okay, so you first
Just like,
you get halfway,
Yeah.
and then you just hear click, 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 and the stone giant with the boulder
yeah, so that
throws
coming.
the boulder at
Yeah.
you, and it starts to roll.
Yep.
Forward
Wait, I
towards
know
you.
how to get away from these.
Can I jump into an alcove to the side?
Yeah, roll me in acrobatics.
Yeah, let's do that. Nope, 5. Fuck.
You should have turned into an elk
I
again.
turned into a rat.
A rat?
Yeah.
Are you gonna turn
It's
it
a
around?
round boulder in a square thing. There is a small space that a rat could fit in
Okay.
Okay, you turn into a rat.
and just roll to
And-
the side.
Now make me a dex check for the rat.
It's even worse. That I think is they don't add anything, so it's probably an 11.
Okay,
Fuck.
so
Em's not smart. She's impulsive.
I'm gonna have to find a new assistant.
okay,
I'm going to have to find another sibling.
I feel
so
like we
you
need
Sounds
to
turn
like
into
it's
this
bad
small
already.
little rat.
Actually, it's probably. Let's be clear. I turned into a ferret. Like, not a rat, a
Yes.
ferret.
We need to institute teaching moments after each time we do one of these. Like, oh, summon a Remorhaz. What have we learned?
They like freeze frames and. Now, what would you do in this situation?
Wait, was it?
Where did
It was
him
a
go
weasel,
wrong?
sorry.
Establish
I
your
turned into a
learning
weasel.
outcomes
Okay.
for the
Yeah.
next dungeon.
Oh, they have a +3 to their dex, so that's a 14.
Is this
A
for the
14?
group?
Okay, so you
Weasels were a way better choice than rat.
you turn into a weasel. You dive into the little crevice,
It's this big. It's a round thing and a square.
but it traps your leg. You take 15 points of damage,
I immediately turn back into M.
and then you take another 25 points of damage because you're getting crushed by the.
Was it 45 total?
Yeah.
And we hear once again probably.
Oh shit! Oh
whatever.
shit! There's like 10 hit points left.
And you see, in your state of being crushed against the side of this wall, you see the stone boulder hit the end of the hallway, and you
Turn
see
fucking bounce back.
the statue that was holding its hands out like this animate and start to move and push the boulder back up the hallway.
At you?
Coming back at you now.
Is
So
it?
this is
oh,
happening-
Wait, is it? It's so it's like walking it back up.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not
it's
like
in the
Okay.
north hall.
Gonna
No,
heave
no,
it.
no,
Okay,
it's walking
okay.
it back up the hallway. It's slowly walking back up the hallway, so you can make another dex check.
Just take a moment and just stare at it.
Yeah.
I cast Dispel Magic on it.
Okay.
Ooh.
So then, as it's
as
Well,
I
wait, now hang
swear
on. Is
profusely.
it magical?
yeah.
Okay.
It's
Where
magical
are
as
you?
hell.
I assume at this point we've probably all converged on.
We had-
the-
Sorry.
You guys are all like looking down the hallway, like.
Perhaps I made the wrong assumption that this was a noisy business that it all happened. I'm looking through the door.
We had both been interested in going
Sorry.
into that room, so
Ow.
So you
And
you
we've
stop
talked
the
about
magic, and
Preferably before it gets back past her again.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I will make another
Wait,
dex
then
check.
dispel it. It comes right back down.
the stone,
Again.
the statue stops in its place, and the stone is now blocking everybody's view of M on the other side.
Thank you. I'm alive. And then I'd like to move into one of the alcoves.
And then you hear Harshnag walk through, and he sees what's going on, and he's just like,
You know, if you were leading,
I mean, you know, M got
Perhaps
bored, so she
this-
did what she does, which is
listen. I feel like
I'm scolding the giant.
in Harshnag's defense, I feel like M would have found a way to get crushed by the boulder anyway.
Very, very reasonable.
It's
yes.
true, but
you know, I regret the decision to not
Very
trigger that trap
true.
as the giant elk. Like, that probably would have ended better for me.
Yeah, turning
Oh,
into
yeah.
a giant sack of hit points would have probably been helpful.
you could have picked it up in your antlers and then like carried it around.
I thought I was going to get
So
out
can
of
we
its
squeeze
way.
past
So-
the boulder, or is it completely blocking?
it's
the
completely
opening?
blocking.
What's
M
what's on the other
now.
side?
I don't know. What's on the other side?
Is the
So-
the boulder stone, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So you notice that from the 4 rooms on this side of the boulder, that these were sleeping quarters, probably for visiting giants.
They're not actual rooms. Do they have doors? Like
No,
the rooms?
no,
just
they're-
like
they're
weird
just-
alcoves.
yeah.
That's like weirdly friendly.
Yeah.
It's like dorms, but not dorms. Is there anything interesting in that?
Dorms with death
You
trap.
don't
Give it
find.
A perception.
Yeah, you can. Roll perception.
There's some cheap
my God,
posters
it's,
tacked to the
11.
inside. And
That is
DVD
Not
collection.
doing it for me.
5 for 10.
You don't notice anything that's kind of out of the
Why
ordinary.
would you have a giant boulder in your bedroom?
I'm going to
This is
show you in a moment.
stupid.
I'm going to spend a little bit of time casting prestidigitation to remove chunks of the boulder so that the giant is cupping 2 large breasts.
So
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know that you're doing this.
So, at that point, after the breasts are formed and cupped,
Well, I'm assuming they're still doing their investigation.
yeah,
while
everybody's,
I'm doing
everybody's
it.
watching.
Is
the
it
room.
harsh
And you now see this
the
giant
statue?
The statue.
cupping
yeah.
Okay.
two
I mean,
breasts,
you've
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
and you're
get
able
it
to walk around it now,
properly.
if you'd like.
Oh, good. Yeah.
you know.
Is it
Like
worth
this.
coming over there?
Was
it
it so?
I mean, I didn't find anything.
Was there?
Also,
There was nothing at the
ow.
top of at the end of the hallway.
Like, can I take some more time to keep looking?
Yeah.
I will take that.
But you don't really find anything
Check
else.
out the
They're just abandoned rooms that
Yeah.
would have been.
So it seems like the
Sleeping
Misty
quarters.
Arch is the path.
Mm.
But
Well,
I was hoping this would hold some sort of
clue.
something. Yeah, maybe it
Artifact?
does.
Yeah, it did. It held a boulder trap.
So at this point, there were no other exits in the area we're in, as well as in the feast hall. There was no other exits that we saw. So at this, and in the main hall where the arch was, there were no other exits as well. Okay.
No.
So
Aren't we here to meet somebody?
we're
No, we're
going
here to
to
find
talk
the
to the
Oracle.
Oracle. So I,
Right.
at this point, Em is thoroughly pissed off. She's rested for an hour, is in a lot of pain, is really frustrated, and she's just going to go in and start yelling at the archway. Like, I came here to see an oracle, and all you did was throw a boulder and a friggin' snake worm with legs at me, and I'm very frustrated, and I'm pretty sure I'm probably yelling at the statue that Em assumes is in charge of it, and I would just like to go through that fucking archway. Please.
And as you start yelling, the other sconce falls down from the vibrations of your voice.
I think you're making it better.
Sit on the ground.
Harold, your detect magic is still up, and it's still detecting that the archway, the runes are magical, and the weapons are still also magical.
Oh, each of
Yeah,
the weapons
I-
is magical.
I want to try to see if we can check out the weapons a little bit more, see if there's anything inscribed on them.
While they're
maybe
looking, I'm gonna
the,
take another
maybe the
short
words
rest,
we're looking for.
depending
the
on how long
runes.
we're here
Each
for.
weapon is emanating
gonna
the
be a
same
while.
glow as the runes, and each weapon has corresponding to its particular giant, the corresponding rune. So the great axe has the
The-
EC, the frost rune on it. The what's the hill? The hill giant Galantor's great club has Haug printed on it, and you know that the sky giant Memnor on his mithril spear, sky is imprinted on
Okay.
it.
And so right now in the archway, those 3 runes, are they glowing or all of them glowing?
They all glow.
They're all glowing.
Well, so replacing the axe didn't
Anything.
do anything. Maybe removing.
Am I done carving boobs yet?
Yes, the boobs have been
Excellent. Wonderful.
successfully carved with the artistic expertise of Michelangelo.
Excellent. After that, I'm going to go and gather up some of the snow, and I'm going to put it into little, I don't know, I'm assuming I can grab some sort of parchment or something and make a cone shape, and I'm going to make everyone snow cones, and they're going to be strawberry and chocolate and vanilla. And then I'm going to hand those out, and then I'm going to go and grab one of the weapons, I don't know, whichever one's closest
You
and
can't let
lightest.
they're 500, 700 pounds each.
Great, I'm not
Yes.
going to do that.
But
then.
you
But
do
thank
give
you for
everybody
the
the
snow
snow
cone.
cones.
But I
How
did give everyone
strong
snow
do you
cones.
need to be?
Any ideas, Harshnag? I mean, do you
Oh.
know what the rest of these words are?
I don't know what any of them besides my own rune is.
And I mixed that potion of healing into
Thank you. How many D8 is
I
that?
don't know, it's a regular potion of healing.
Damn it!
from
No,
the Player's
Cloud is already
Handbook.
up here.
we
Can we call our friend
2d6. I
think-
Zephyros to see if he knows any other runes? He had books in his tower.
That's a good point. Yeah.
You could. It's going to take them a while to get there.
Oh,
but
he
I mean,
doesn't
we've
have
No, we don't
translated
need it.
but
we've
we have,
translated
like,
3 of the runes.
It's
I
just a
think it's a
beacon
safe
that lights
bet
up.
that
Oh, okay.
each is a type of giant.
Well, yes. I'm just thinking that if to go through the archway,
We have to say
might
it.
need to say each of them.
Maybe we
Perhaps
need to carry one of the weapons through the archway.
that's
Can
not
you
the worst
stick that
idea.
axe through the arch?
What was it doing in the other
I
room?
can try.
Though? Like, did the
Any
Yeah.
Good question.
he,
odd.
do you want him to lift up the arch and stick it? So he takes up the axe off of Thrime and walks it over and sticks it through the mist. Poof, poof, and it doesn't go through.
Let's give it a shot.
And
Whoa.
so even if we speak giant, we can't understand the runes. No. Okay.
Well, you have to know the written language. So
So I do speak. I have the giant language, which means
Okay.
I both.
Then you would know that the other runes are for.
Oh yes, I read a book on giant. I've been studying this for several years. Now it all.
It all comes back. It
One-
took you a while to sort through your mental library.
Yes.
One says Uvar, which means storm. The other is Ild, which is fire, and Stein for stone.
Nice.
Beer.
So
Nice.
try saying them in the order that they.
So you say them and nothing happens.
and then stick like still
In
stone
rage,
inside.
I'm gonna throw
Yeah.
a fireball at the mist.
A fireball,
No, I mean it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
produced flame.
and the mist just kind of circles around it, and you see the wall as it makes a donut around it, and then the mist closes again.
So removing the weapons.
Could remove all of
They're
them.
too heavy.
Yeah.
How did we even get the axe
I mean, we could
back?
get Harshnag to do a lot of
right.
a lot of manual labor, but that
No.
seems like a very
Okay.
trial and error sort of situation.
I'm gonna walk up to the art.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna walk over to the statue of the Allfather, and we're gonna say, "Hello, Allfather. We're here to see your eye and speak to the Oracle. Can you help us pass through this arch?"
And you see this stone face that you see a dark cowl that's covering the face, but the face itself is blank.
Okay.
Well, aside from the mustache and the monocle.
Yes, besides from the mustache and monocle that have
Does
been
it
painted
have
on
any
it,
eyes?
it has no eyes. It's a blank stone carving. And Laura, you would know that from your research that the reason for this is the giants never knew what Anam looked like, so they didn't want to carve a face that would.
Well, now
Be-
he
not
has
be
a
the
charcoal
correct
pair
one.
of glasses and a curly mustache.
Oh, yeah.
It's
But
true.
beyond that,
He's very fashionable.
yes.
It's true. I don't know where that came from. It's all really
The dapper Allfather.
not a clue.
It's kind of a hipster.
So Harshnag still is sitting there with the axe leaning against the wall.
You
He's
could
like,
probably put that back now.
Or just take them all down. Might do something.
okay, so he takes all the weapons down and puts them on the ground,
That seems very good.
It was worth a try.
Touch them all.
and they're very cold.
I mean, they've
Why
got
is it
divination
so
magic, and we're
cold
trying to
in
speak
here?
to an oracle, so it seems logical that they're somehow connected to whatever we're trying to.
Is there
yes.
one that corresponds to each of the? Okay. Can we place them on or leaning against or next to each of the?
Sure. Which one do you want to do first?
I don't care.
Each of the what?
Left to
Where
right.
are
I
you?
don't know.
Nice
We should
and
put them in the hierarchy of the giants.
So you want to. So Harshnag will take a weapon of your choice and put it up against one of the runes, is what you're saying.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that with
Oh, I
Frost.
see.
Sure.
So I've asked him to put it back. He has to take it off again.
Yeah. Well,
Great.
we're all bored out of our minds, so
I'm sitting here taking
from
another
this-
short
this
rest.
puzzling.
You're doing great.
So which one do you want to do first?
Let's start with Frost.
Whatever
Frost,
he thinks
yeah.
Okay.
the
He's got-
He doesn't-
hierarchy either start at the bottom or start at the top
So the
of
top.
the giant ordering.
So the top would have been the
whatever.
storm giants. The bottom are the hill giants.
Great. So either start with the storm giants or the hill giants. I don't care which.
Surprise me.
Let's do storm.
Okay. So he says, "Fine. Let's start with the storm giants."
Uh-oh. Did you want the player's handbook or the monster manual?
Player's handbook.
Uh-oh.
I'm going
not
to try to persuade the portal to open.
Please
It's
do.
what I'm really good at. I think
I
I've
tried,
got
nothing
this.
happened.
Maybe you could write a poem about the archway.
A pun about it. I would have, but I haven't found the opening. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so you see Harshnag take the storm giant's adamantine trident and pushes it into the rune, and then from the mist you see a cloud just start to envelop and invade this entire room.
We got a result.
You were right. It is a poison cloud. Everybody get down.
And it spreads through the entire room, and everybody takes.
I hide.
Everybody rolls me a con.
Can I
Constitution?
just use
Yep.
that roll?
Decent at those.
Oh, actually,
20
Eric, can I try and, if I know that this is a offensive spell, can I try and counterspell it?
Sure.
But this is assuming that I can tell that this is like Cloud Killer or Stinky Cloud or something like that.
Stink
Yep.
cloud.
So
Oh God.
let me Arcana
I'm
first.
going to fall
I
unconscious.
guess.
In case
That
anyone's
was
wondering.
17.
You believe it's Storm of Vengeance.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a counterspell on that.
I'm gonna go ahead and.
So
shoot.
when I counterspell,
I think that was the wrong one.
I turn into a weasel.
How many times
if the
can you
creature
do
casting
that?
the spell.
Well, if I took a short rest, I can do it 2 more times.
If the
turn
spell
into
is
like a
fourth
stink
or
bug or
level or
something?
higher,
What?
I don't even know.
is it is the spell fourth level?
Oh
or
yeah,
higher?
it's
Oh, yeah.
9th level.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's not messing around.
Then, oh jeez, the DC equals 10 plus the spell's level for me.
So 19.
Is that a thing that can be inspired?
Yeah.
hell yeah.
No, I need to look at the full.
Yeah.
No, let him answer.
It's any roll. You can be inspired on any roll. D20 or damage.
I think she's right.
I've played a bard. She can give you bardic
Greg?
inspiration.
I make
There's
another.
a time and a place for checking the rules.
I make
No,
another
I'm
snow
looking
cone,
at my counterspell right now.
and I give it to him really quickly, and I say, "Here,
Did you
have
make
a
your
little
DC?
encouragement."
No, I haven't rolled yet.
Is it mint flavored?
Done right.
Yikes.
If it. Okay.
Oh, dear.
So
I mean, it's been really nice playing with all of you.
I think actually.
It's been great.
You attempt to interrupt if creature spells. Okay.
How are you doing
We'll
on
save
hit
you.
points?
So I get to
Huh?
add.
How you doing on hit
6
points?
To this.
17.
No.
17.
8.
I can come heal you if you need it.
Sorry, you added how much?
D8.
D8.
I can go
You
negative.
didn't even listen to the
relatively
pun.
far because you're not
Sorry.
dead.
You
to
I
don't
was
deserve
trying to figure out
that.
math.
It's
There's no
free.
negative in
We're
the
all
system,
going to
actually.
die
Yeah.
because you don't deserve.
Intelligence 5 plus proficiency 8. Okay. A natural 1. And a 1. I fail.
Okay,
You
everybody
rolled
that failed their
2
DC
ones.
takes 9 points of
You-
damage.
What
I
was
think
the DC?
That's not as
Oh,
bad
I'm
as I
sorry.
thought it was gonna
I think
be.
you're wizarding wrong.
Definitely me. I got 7 total. So
Uh, 15.
fail.
Oh, I
Success.
nailed that.
Okay.
I
What happens
succeeded.
with success?
You don't take the damage.
Skull.
A 9th level spell that
Okay.
only does 9 points of
And
damage.
now, next, you start to feel it raining from this
Yeah,
cloud.
that's only the start.
Yeah.
That's the beginning.
It's like the 7 plagues.
what happened to the mist beyond sending us?
And everybody takes 4 points of damage.
Everybody, I think we should
Everybody. Why everybody?
remove ourselves from this chamber.
And as the rain's coming down, you start to hear thunder.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
No,
I
I'm
think
out.
we should.
I'm out.
let's
Done.
I
Gone.
move
leave
into
this room.
move into the dining hall or whatever.
Okay, you.
Is that?
How many people? Everybody's running into the dining hall.
That's
I
my plan.
I'm
Yeah.
probably
I think
gonna
so.
leave into the exit, the place that has an exit, not the place that traps us behind the cloud. I will leave out where we came
I'm
from.
gonna hold out for a little while longer just to see.
Okay, so
Is
Harold,
that-
a lightning bolt
Okay.
comes down and strikes you. Roll me a dexterity check.
Call lightning by any chance?
No,
This
it's
is all one spell.
still the
That'd be a
same
fail.
spell.
Yep, definitely
I
fail.
leave the place that I know has an exit.
Okay.
Okay.
So you get to the landing that.
Yeah,
from
I
the
leave
front
out
door.
the west door.
Is anybody else going, or are everybody else saying?
I'm out.
I'm running
Okay.
into the dining hall.
Okay,
as,
you're in
as
the
I
dining
suggested.
hall. You two are on the landing. Laura, what do you do?
Why? There's no exit.
DC 15.
I failed.
Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna dash
okay.
back into the room with the
I
giant,
yell over the thunder.
giant
It's
statue.
okay. I know. Spare the
Where-
dying.
We split the entire party.
See, I have a simple rule. I follow M because she's probably
Harold,
going into
this
danger, going
lightning
to need
shoots
my
down
help.
from
But
outside the
he's
cloud.
going
You take 36 points of damage.
Okay, so that will kill me.
Outright,
but
or just
I want
bring
to
you-
know if you'll let me, right before that happens, and I realize I'm about to get hit by lightning, drink my potion of invulnerability.
Sure. Actually, roll me a dex check.
Oh,
Laura,
God.
what do you do?
Fuck.
The
I
thing,
am
it-
running back into the room
The
with
spell
the
is like
giant
a
grappling the
minute-long
breasts.
thing,
Yeah.
so you can do stuff.
One of the bears. I would like. Can one of the bears try and take the lightning for him?
Dexterity check. Oh yeah, just 12.
Yes, roll me a strength check. Harold, roll me a strength check. No, seriously, you too.
I fail.
For the bear.
Stop using
bear?
that
Oh,
die.
no, what is
it's,
it?
It's the worst. What?
What's your strength? What did you roll?
I rolled. I have a 0 total.
Okay. What did the bear roll?
Bear has a +5.
Just roll. What did it roll on the die?
I rolled a.
Can
Okay.
I see the
So-
DM's guy so I can look at the potion of invulnerability? No.
So, the bear rushes towards you and bashes into you, and you failed your strength check, so you fall back on the ground. The bear gets struck by lightning, and,
Baloo, fuck you, Baloo.
and Baloo gets incinerated.
It's fine. He was Fey anyway.
I still want to see. Still might want to try to drink the potion of invulnerability.
Well,
to shoot out in this.
obviously.
Are you staying in the room, or what are you doing?
That's what I'm deciding. Is if this actually makes me not take damage for a while, I may want to
Okay.
just see it out. You know.
I only
If you're
have one
strong
more
enough-
bear.
If you're strong enough to
Experiment.
endure it.
Which we're kind of.
Well, that's
we're-
kind of what I'm thinking.
As long as you're
arguably
not
the
like
bear probably
literally
should still be there.
killed outright, would
So
that
what
have killed
hasn't
you?
happened yet? So for the record,
Uh,
it hasn't yet. We haven't had fire. We
right.
haven't had frost.
Thing that does damage would have been 2 death saves.
Presumably
Um,
the cloud was mist.
That's true.
I will. Yeah, sure. I'll drink it. Why not?
Okay.
I'm invulnerable to damage for a minute.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Nice.
Okay.
This is quite nice, really.
10 rounds.
Wizarding.
So you take
Okay.
no damage for a minute.
So Harold, you stay inside the room.
I want
And
to try to go through the arch as
Six. You run into the
Okay.
archway and you slam against the wall, but 6 more
doesn't hurt
bolts
me.
of lightning hit you.
I
why you
assume
ran.
the other bear is also definitely.
Yeah,
This
the
is-
other bear's
it
dead.
tickles a little bit.
Then after that, hail starts to rain down, and giant balls of hail, and they slam into you, but they're not doing damage. Then gusts of wind come and just
okay, well,
twist
if
and
we
turn
get to
you
over a
around the room.
minute, when we get to the minute point.
Yeah,
This
no,
is each
yeah.
round.
Oh,
so
each round,
it's every
okay.
6 seconds.
these are all round. So you're just flying
Unfortunately,
around this
when the
room.
gust of wind comes, we all have to look away.
I do a
I'm just like standing in the
Marilyn.
doorway.
Marilyn.
Like, oh, God, fuck.
Yeah.
And then
with
then the
skinniest,
cloud
hairiest legs you've ever
the
seen
cloud
on.
dissipates,
Sorry.
Did you,
and the room returns back to normal.
and us outside the room,
Nothing
we're
happens to
nothing
you.
happened. Okay.
Wow, that was awesome.
And the arch is still
Misty.
fog with stone.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
It's back to
and
normal.
nothing different about the big statue.
I have a new theory.
how's Harshnag?
He's fine.
Oh, okay.
I have a new. Did he exit the
Yeah,
chamber?
he got out of the room,
Oh,
too.
okay.
Not an idiot.
All right. So we got a result, but what if
What
The-
if we learn?
teaching
our
moment?
what if.
But what if the giant needs to match the type of weapon? What
Well,
if
let's
it
try
was? What if it
Frostbite.
was the we got the Storm of Vengeance because it was a frost giant trying to pretend to be a storm
that's a
giant?
good point, yeah. Or we're supposed to start
Then
on the
we're
bottom
never
and work our
going to
way
get
up.
in because
Because
we're
we
all
have the storm
humans
giant-
and half elves
we have
and
the
halflings.
we have the frost
We have
giant
Frost
axe.
Giant.
Yeah.
We have a frost giant with a frost giant axe.
I like it. Let's do it.
I thought we
At
already
any
did
rate,
that.
it
outside.
can't be worse than
Right.
Storm of
I thought we
Vengeance.
already
More
did
snow
that.
cones. More snow cones.
More snow cones for everyone.
How many
Didn't we
more
already
health
do that?
potions do we have?
How would you like a cure wounds?
I would
was-
love that. I'm also going to use one on myself.
How about some of us wait outside the room until this is...
I would use a second level spell slot, but I don't have any.
I'm going to use my own second level spell slot because I've got one.
Oh,
So I can get... That was much better. 14.
Oh my god.
I've never cast cure wounds before. This will be my first
you
one.
don't, you just touch me, and then what's your spell casting and modifier?
2.
2. That's fine. So I regain
If
1d8
only I could learn
plus 2.
spells by
Thank you.
experiencing them.
6.
Yeah, right?
The power.
18.
That would have been sick to get
Take-
Storm of
take
Vengeance
notes?
right now in your book, even
Yeah.
if you couldn't cast it.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
So Harshnag, if you're if
Do
you're
it.
willing to
What's the worst
try
that'll
again,
happen?
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I think we should all just stay positive.
I mean,
Foolish
that's
mortal.
got to be the worst, right?
Either you want us to go to this oracle or not. And
What
we
do you
don't
want me to do?
touch that to that.
What to what?
The frosty to the frosty with the frosty.
And we're like all on the like outside of the room. as
You're
the
like
colors-
you're like peering in.
Clearly at the other side, yelling across the room. The frost to the frosty and the frosty.
I am trying to make a giant-sized snow cone
It's frost all the way down, baby.
for
Just
the
do it.
giant because I realized that I left him out earlier and I feel really bad
You've
about
actually
it.
rolled a ball of snow,
But as I'm rolling it, I have to keep prestidigitating it
Yeah.
to change the flavor.
but you're getting it into the size of like the ball that almost crushed
Yeah.
M.
Yep.
You hand him.
Whereas
You hand him a
Harshnag's
pair of
just
breasts.
fine, and he picks up the great axe and walks it over and slams it into the frost rune. And then you all start to see the mist start to swirl and turn into clouds. And then you hear
that's what happened last
lightning.
time.
You see flickering lightning in the cloud inside of the arch. And then you hear thunderous sounds just all throughout the temple, just almost deafening thunder.
This is what the Ark of the Covenant looked like. Everybody look away.
Can
Seems
we
promising.
can we attempt to
And-
identify this spell?
Yeah,
Or whatever's
you
happening?
also see an area in the center of the cloud, like a room that is far off in the distance, in the center of this cloud with
So we can
lightning
go into
around
the
it.
archway. It looks like we can go in through the archway to this.
You could try.
Yeah.
All right,
Yes, let's do it.
M does. M tries.
Oh, shit.
She runs back across. She's like, right, that's all
Holy
right.
crap!
No one hit
Wait
points,
for
no one
me.
spell slots.
So, you run up and you dive, and your hands go into the mist and thunder and lightning, and the rest of your body goes through too. And everybody sees her disappear.
I am shortly behind her
Yeah.
because
Phew.
of the rule.
As you-
follow M into
as,
danger.
as you go through, I'm just gonna go ahead and
Sometimes
cast
M leads you out
guidance
of
on you
danger.
because I figure you're gonna need it.
Thanks.
You just run past. I'm like, oh, duh.
And everybody dives in. Harold, you go in?
Yeah.
Laura, you're crashing through, so you all dive through this archway. And beyond
I
the
walk through.
Yeah, you walk. You're just like, I'm better than this. This is nothing.
M's
I've,
like,
I've seen this before.
This is not my first
Yeah.
first magical dungeon.
But beyond the thundering archway lies a hexagonal chamber whose walls
barrel roll.
whose walls rise 50 feet before tapering to a 90-foot apex. Standing in each corner of the room is a life-size statue of a giant holding up a heavy iron lantern, one arm raised. Each type of giant is represented: hill, stone, frost, fire, cloud, and storm. A cold magical light radiates from each lantern, illuminating a giant corpse lying on the floor beneath a shroud of frost in the middle of the room. The corpse looks like it has been there for some time, preserved in the cold. And next to the body rests a giant frost-covered morning star.
Well, great. The oracle's
And that's where we
dead.
end.
I
Do
hide.
I just like land on the body, or is there like an archway?
There's an archway.
Okay, I come through. I come through some sort of entrance. It's like,
Very cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
We only
wow.
nearly killed one.
We got a
person.
result.
How to get through a doorway.
We nearly
In
killed him. We also
20
very nearly killed
difficult
you.
Yeah, I was kind of impressed with the Remorhaz fight.
Yeah, that was good.
Was
very fun.
They are brutal.
That
We
thing is
would've been-
brutal.
we
You
would've been
actually Get swallowed by one, and it is bad news.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was
Will be
amazed you
slowly
made your
digested
checks
over
on
the
that,
next
because that would have been
1,000 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Sad
would
boy.
have
It's just
thunderwave from
incinerated
the
within a
inside
few
before
rounds, 'cause
dying.
it basically has a furnace for a stomach.
Oh, that
Ooh,
just sounds
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that was very fun.
Yeah.
It was very fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
The puzzle
Also,
was frustrating, but
apparently the chat
really
says
rewarding when
we're
we got it.
more mischief tonight than mayhem.
That seems
okay.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So, anybody want to talk about what's coming up for them during the week?
Yeah, let's.
What is
Sure.
coming up for me this week?
I'll start.
Yes, please do.
I've got the World Builders party that I'll be hosting at Emerald City Comic Con. So if you're interested in coming to play awesome board games with celebrities like Terry Brooks and Jerry Holkins and Joe's wife, fiance, Christina Horner.
She's a super celeb.
Then go check out worldbuildersparty.com, and you can sign up to get notified when tickets go live. Card Kingdom is also going to be one of our sponsors, and they have an awesome prize package that they're going to have in the silent auction. So that's my exciting news.
Very cool.
I'm actually, I know this is Dungeons and Dragons, but I'm actually working with Paizo this week, who makes Pathfinder. On Wednesday, I'm going to be helping them do a live cast at twitch.tv official Paizo, not Paizo official Paizo. That'll be Wednesday afternoon. I'm not entirely sure when yet, but some familiar faces will probably be on there, and we'll be running through an adventure. We're figuring it out, but I'm happy to lend my technical expertise and my gear closet to their cause.
As always, you can find me at +2Joe on Twitter, PLUS the number 2 and Joe, and you follow us on the Age of Empires channels, Age of Empires on Facebook and Twitter, and stay apprised of what's going on with the latest.
Awesome.
I am starting preparations for Emerald City Comic Con and the cosplays, so I'll be working on that for the next month and a half, and once I figure out all of the steps that I need to do to finish things, I might be streaming some of it, so we will keep you posted on whether or not there's any streaming of cosplay work to watch.
I will be streaming again tomorrow on my own channel, which is /random2s on Twitch, and then on Wednesday I will be GMing Shadowrun Corporate Sins on Hyper RPG. So watch RPGs or watch me flail. I may or may not be currently actively romancing Garrus in Mass Effect 2, and it's really awkward, but
All
it's great.
calibration.
Is he still calibrating?
He's done calibrating.
I do want to mention
We locked that shit in today.
Boom.
that we have a couple.
Lauren's like, he calibrated the heck out of things. Oh, really? All right, great. I'm not really sure
Continue.
about the anatomy of that, but okay. Sorry.
what happens in the engine room stays in the engine room. I wanted to mention that we also are going to be doing a live game of Mayhem and Misfits at Emerald City Comic Con. So if you are in the area and you want to come hang out with us in a hall that we think is probably way too large for the group, we're going to be doing that, I think, on Saturday.
This is
Yeah.
like
Awesome.
months away, isn't it?
Yeah.
Month and a half.
It's beginning of March.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
like a
All
month
right.
and a
Yeah, it's
half.
coming
Just
quick.
making sure, because you're talking about it like it's this coming weekend, and I'm like,
No, but
Yeah, it's coming up fast.
Get your tickets to Emerald
Yeah.
City.
Yes.
no. For the rest of the week, tomorrow night we have our Tuesday night D&D crew, where we're just getting to Castle Ravenloft, and they're gonna get they're gonna sink their teeth into some monsters,
Or vice
But-
versa.
or vice versa.
wah, wah, wah.
But that's tomorrow night. On Friday, we have our War Machine stream, War Room. The guys are going to be starting off with probably about an hour talk about the new errata that's happening with War Machine, and then we're going to get some games in. And Sunday on Off the Shelf, we are playing Fury of Dracula with a really great cast of characters. So that's Sunday at 5 p.m. So we'll see you then. All right, have a good one, guys.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for watching.
Sean, for doing
Thank you,
sound as
Sean.
Oh,
always.
and
Thank you,
yes,
Jen, and
Thank you.
big thanks for Sean. Can we give a round of applause to Sean for coming out and doing this?
Yeah.
Just not too
Hashtag
loud.
WotC staff.
Yeah. All right, we'll see you soon, guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye.